Alrighty, hey there guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to Nicktoons Summer Fun. Actually, I'm gonna jump this. I do want to apologize for the that was just the start of this. Yeah, anyway. I do want to apologize for the rage I had on Monday's stream. Yeah. I mean, I'm not apologizing for getting mad. It's annoying when there's bad game design. Alright. I'm gonna go turn the music down real quick so I can talk more. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I just want to turn down music. I do want to explain why I got mad at that portion. Basically, the reason why I got mad was that boss fight is really badly programmed. And well, okay, some people can say no, it's not. It's bad. True. But I think it's fucking cheap to go, oh hey, let's have a regenerating boss and do it 3 rounds. 2, I could stomach that. I could stomach that shit for 2. But no, not 3. Also, if you're going to do multiple prong things, like the magic draining things, destroying one should affect the healing. Like, say if I destroyed 1, Rocker should only get 75% of his health back. 2, 50. 3, 25. That's why I got mad. Anyway. Here are with Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. Oh, you're already here.
Yeah, I got the notification just as I was coming out of the bathroom. So I'm like,
No, there's multiplayer for this game. Too bad we don't have parsec. Well,
what?
We do. Too bad we can't set up parsec because I didn't realize this. Alright.
So you're not doing Battle for Volcano Island?
Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't know which one was second.
Okay.
So no. That's why we're doing this one.
Nicktoons Unite was the first one. Battle for Volcano Island was the second one. Tag of the Toy Bots
starting in
was the third.
Bikini Bottom for the first cutscene again.
Good
God.
Toy Bots is the third one, and then Gobs of Doom is the fourth one, and the final one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
so far the models look better than the first one.
Huh?
Looking at SpongeBob Patrick's models, they look better than the first one.
Yeah. Well, they improved over time, I think.
Yeah.
And I will say this: I love who the villain for this game is. It's one of my favorite.
This and the second one don't have aren't villains, right?
No. This one's a Nicktoon villain.
Who is it?
It's Calamitous.
Really, Calamitous again?
Yeah. Professor Calamitous is like the villain for this one. Volcano Island and Gobs of Doom are the ones that don't really have Nicktoons as the enemies. I mean, Gobs of Doom does, but that's like the final boss battle. Because I could explain the game, but it's better off if you experience it for yourself than ask questions after.
Reject.
Yeah. No, that's just.
Don't forget to call again when you are feeling better.
Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was reading this. Okay.
Work unit 825. Feeling better, are we?
Go. Let's
Good.
Here.
Then come on in.
Like, really, Calamitous again? It's just really weird.
SpongeBob, help!
Eh. I love how it's like introduced, and I love how like for the intro cutscenes, like and introducing tack of the poo poo noodle. Like that's just nice.
Yeah, because this is the only one of those games that has tack.
No, Gobs of Doom has him too.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that that the intro also said Rocco and Jenny.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know the full thing, but apparently, like you can find the other other Nicktoons in the factory and that. And I don't know if you get to play as them 100%. I don't know that. I have to I have to figure that out.
Well, I don't like the tack controls because they feel basically like they're going a lot lower. Like SpongeBob's gloves cutting into the fucking ground. Like what the fuck? Oh, I didn't see that platform. Well, so far this kind of already feels a little bit better than the first one. Then again, I'm playing the third one, so. Okay, so circuits are going to be our thing.
Yeah.
And
I will say this.
Yeah.
I love how Patrick is like he points out that SpongeBob made every single one of those Krabby Patties, and he just stood there and watched, didn't even bother to help.
Well, okay, let's be honest.
I mean, granted,
Patrick would basically be a good fry cook.
I mean, practically, Patrick would basically eat all the Krabby Patties.
True.
Hey, pal, stay calm.
I mean, let's be like that is true. He probably would, knowing Patrick. But I'm also gonna give Patrick the benefit of the doubt because SpongeBob's his best friend.
Well, like I've said before, I love the friendship that SpongeBob and Patrick have. Yes, they can be idiots together. They can be morons, but when push comes to shove, Patrick will
honestly the better friend in a Nicktoon.
Yeah, like as I was saying, like when push comes to shove, like when SpongeBob needs someone, Patrick is there for him no matter the consequences.
Well,
like no matter
somebody that's not Squidward.
Yeah.
It's weird that these games don't have Squidward.
Battle for Volcano Island does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I take it everyone is just going to have a 2-3 hit combo and then shoot goo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's my health bar, by the way? I don't see my health. Okay, that roll is way too long. That roll is way too long. Like, holy crap, that's way too long. Okay, so the goo does not hurt enemies. What's the point of it?
I can't remember. It's been like a long time since I actually played this.
Nah, I figured. Nah, I figured. If you don't remember. Oh, and by the way, for the reason why I'm not doing the GBA ones. Apparently, those are even fucking worse.
Yep. I forgot to get back to you because I actually did research after you had asked me about the GBA games.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to a friend of mine on a different server that like he's like a game hunter, like a collectible game hunter in that. And I asked him like, so like you have like the Nicktoon games from GBA, right? Sadly, yes. Why? I'm like, well, I explained that you like a friend of mine is doing like a Nicktoons summer games thing, like where he streams nothing but Nicktoon games. He's like, okay, he'll have to check it out sometime when he can, but with his job, it's a little hard.
Nah, I
but,
get that.
Yeah, but no, I asked him like, so you have the GBA games. Are they good or are they bad? And then he's like, do you want my honest opinion or do you want me to sugarcoat it for you and like lie to you? I'm like, you could tell me the truth, so don't sugarcoat it. he's like, okay, they're a train wreck.
Oh God.
In his words.
Okay, did you ask how bad of a train wreck are they?
I asked him, and he just said, ... train wreck.
Okay, I want you to ask him, are they okay? Which would you rather play, Sonic 06 or the GBA Nicktoon games?
I will ask him that, and I will get back to you on that.
Because
okay?
honestly, I really want to know. Because you say train wreck, but there are plenty of descriptions for train wreck.
I will get back to you on that. Okay?
Nah, it's cool.
No, I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, there it is.
No, yeah, he said that the GBA games, like the GBA Nicktoon games, in his opinion, suck ass. That's his opinion. So I'm just like, oh, thank you. So yeah, I will get. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna do.
And that does remind me, I do need to get the one you reminded me of, freeze frame frenzy.
Oh, you actually gonna? Plus, you didn't want to try that one.
Nah, might as well.
See, I didn't mind freeze frame frenzy just because I like that type of game. It's like a point click, like just I don't know. I'm weird, okay?
Patrick, why are you frozen in carbonite? It looks like he's frozen in carbonite. What the? Okay, is it a big plot point as to what to ask? What the fuck does Calamitous want with all these goddamn Krabby Patties?
They open
do fucking robots run on the goddamn things?
There was a cutscene at the beginning, like he explains his evil plan.
Oh, I skipped that because I hate it when games do intro things.
Okay, do you want to know his plot?
Yeah, if they outright explain it.
Okay. Yeah, it explains it. So he needs the fairies, and so apparently, if a fairy eats too many Krabby Patties, they produce enough magical gas that he can use to fuel his evil toys. And so he's gonna create like evil robot doppelgangers of the Goody Two Shoe heroes in his own words, and send them to like kind of destroy and like take over.
Okay.
It's a basic it's like a plot you would think from like a Nicktoon game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cased in plastic.
No, that wasn't me. You've been vacuum packed. I'm trying to get you out of
I
here.
thought he was literally frozen in carbonite or ice.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Hi, Tack.
Hey, little fella. Who are you?
I'm Tack of the Poo Poo Nunu people. You are the good guys, aren't you?
Sure. It's the beady red eyes that are
Tack is
giveaway for the evil
Tack
guys.
originally
I'm SpongeBob SquarePants. Nice to meet ya.
Tack originally is not a Nicktoon character. He is and both isn't.
I've been hiding and trying to figure out.
He basically start off in his own series, Tack and the Power of Juju, which I am going to play for the stream series.
Yeah, he started out as his own game series, and then I guess it got insanely popular that they
He
decided
also
to turn
did appear very rarely in Rocket Power Beach Band.
I escaped and hid here.
Really?
Yeah,
So
I will be
where's the real Timmy
pointing him
Turner?
out
I don't know.
when we
But now
play
that you
Beach
two are here, I
Bandits.
think I can use
I
my
did not know that he
juju
actually
powers
appeared
to
in that.
find
That
it.
is
Yeah, because
weird.
that was actually
Powers?
I think that was the
You have a
first
plan?
Yep.
game.
Follow me.
No problem, Leo. Also,
I call upon the power of juju to open the door.
this is not his voice actor.
Vast and complex toy
Yeah, no,
factory.
This must
it's
be
the
where
one
you
from
make
like the
these
show.
evil toys.
Like
Really,
the,
I thought the
You've
show
earned
used
yourself
his
a big
video
tent
game
pack.
voice actor.
no, they
also,
ch-
they
they
used
changed
Patrick
voices.
Warburton for Lost. I think they used they
Look,
I
it's
think they
Timmy
used the
Turner.
others.
They
Timmy's
changed
dead.
voice act-
Too?
Yeah. The last thing I remember was this really strange
Also,
dream with UFOs picking me up.
I played only the GBA
Looking
version.
around here, that was no dream.
Yeah.
More like a reality nightmare.
What about your helpful little flying friends? Maybe they could help.
Maybe. Cosmo, Wanda, are you alright?
No.
I gotta admit, Timmy looks a little better now.
Too many processed Krabby Patties. And now we feel all sleepy.
But I need some emergency wishes.
That's kind of a good way to basically just take Cosmo and Wanda out of the actor.
To you and your friends. Well,
Yeah.
permanent
So
harm
basically,
anyway.
you know, they gave like the power so like you can't die.
I guess.
There he goes again.
The power of juju tells me that there are other heroes here.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. Trap somewhere. Come on.
Why?
Don't ask.
So we have no fucking health bars.
I think you do.
Okay, so we have do SpongeBob, Prehistoric SpongeGar, Patrick, Barnacle Boy Patrick, Timmy, Cowboy Timmy, and Chicken Soup Tack.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
I say go with SpongeGar.
SpongeGar. All right.
Yeah.
SpongeBob and who?
Patrick.
Barnacle Boy Patrick or normal?
Normal.
What?
Oh, Barnacle Patrick.
Okay. There.
I kind of wish though that SpongeBob would have gotten Mermaid Man, like his mermaid.
Yeah, that's really weird. I kind of feel the same. I feel that same way about the fact that Finn's first costume is his PJs, while Jake's is cake in Multiverse.
Yeah.
Yes, it literally is SpongeGar. I just called it.
I mean, it's a nice little reference.
It is. Again, why the fuck does Cosmic Shake not fucking have them say not? That's one thing I'm hoping for Cosmic Shake. We have SpongeGar and Patar, not SpongeBob and Patrick.
I think like they take on the costumes when they're there. I think.
Which honestly, I really like when games do that.
Mhm.
It's one of the things I like in Kingdom Hearts. Although I will admit it is kind of lame that they don't do it a lot in 3.
Yeah, I think the only 2 levels.
3.
Is it?
There are 3.
Yeah. 3.
Toy Box makes them all look like toys. Pirates of the Caribbean gives them pirate gear, and Monsters Inc. makes them look like monsters.
Yeah.
Every other world basically does that. Also, Goody! The AI is fucking dumb as shit. That's one giant ass fucking downgrade from the first game.
I am a sponge.
I know you complained about it so much they downgraded it.
No, okay, if you give me AI party members, I want them to be doing fighting. Fighting. I want them to be doing fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Just having them stand around like a fucking idiot is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, alright. Why is Patrick's runs to his arms stretching out?
I don't know. It's Patrick.
Good. At least
Yeah.
the slam is the belly flop. At least the slam is the belly flop. Either belly or butt, Patrick. And if you do anything else, I get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice that they kept some like moves to like kind of resemble like that keep like the Nicktoon character like in
Yeah.
you know. And some of the quotes don't make any sense.
Like, I'm on a mission from Bob.
May not be my place to say it,
Mhm.
but Professor Calamitous is a party pooper.
Not really. Because honestly, you can kind of imagine Patrick saying it, and basically because fun, and you can do it.
I'm gonna have fun while doing it.
Now that one is a complete total Patrick quote.
Yeah.
So I could actually hear him saying that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so after like Monday, like when you did like the first Nicktoons game, I actually had to go back and I had to watch some more SpongeBob episodes.
Was it before or after I pointed out that they do the lab joke from the first Plankton episode?
It was before. Okay, I was literally getting ready for a shower when you text like message me. I was thinking like, wait, like, did they do that? Like, I'm thinking for a minute, like, they did do that. I remember. I remember when I got to that, like, as a kid, like that reference. I was just on the floor laughing so hard. Mom thought there was something wrong with me. But no, one of the episodes I watched was it's the one where Mr. Krabs loses SpongeBob to Plankton in a game of poker.
Oh yeah, no, I referenced that one too because one of the areas in Chumbucket was that fucking kitchen Plankton had.
Yeah.
I will admit, I like the Bikini Bottom level in the first game.
Yeah.
Because it had references.
Mm-hmm.
It had references, and I was happy.
Yeah.
Granted, that started the trend of me starting to hate the bosses.
Yep.
Because good God, Plankton is a fuck. I also hate, but Plankton was a slow boss fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, what was it? I just remember from that episode, like when SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs are like, Plankton's like, what kind of sick monster would like tear these two apart? Pulls out a crowbar. I would. And
honestly, I think my favorite part of that episode was basically the song.
Yeah, this girl is not like Mr. Krabs. Like Clancy Brown can sing when he wants.
Was that really Clancy Brown though?
That was.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I will say this one thing I'm happy about the Cosmic Shake. He is voicing Mr. Krabs for it.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. This is a funny game.
Can you push that thing?
No. It's as far as I could go.
Huh.
That's very stupid. And you also can't grab ledges because... Okay, you could double jump in... Okay, shouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
That really should not make sense. That you could do a double jump do a triple jump in a trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay, why do we have Gur but no Sam?
You have to break the capsule to free Gur, by the way.
Where's the capsule?
Like, you just gotta collect it, I think. Oh yeah, you can't because you can't play as Gur.
Why can't I play as Gur?
You don't have him yet. I gotta remember how.
There's revisiting stages.
I gotta remember that. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Like it's like I said before, it's been a long time. And don't forget, if you see fairies like in the you gotta break the fairies free.
Oops, wait a minute. I don't.
because like you get like a special thing, and like if you
Okay, I don't like the fact that they have go with Resident Evil style. Your portrait changes depending on your health level thing. I don't like that.
Being a hero is hard work.
some of the illustrations are kind of cool.
They are, but it's like.
Yep. Crap, I was gonna say. So yeah, I'm pretty much ready for my trip tomorrow.
God, looking at the fact that SpongeBob Patrick are basically our show artwork. I am not looking forward to basically Jimmy. Seeing 2D Jimmy again.
They fixed his model, I think.
Yeah, they could have fixed that and fixed it in here. But they fix in fucking 2D. Also, I like the fact that they're just using carbon cutout of the fairies that we've seen in the show. Not, oh hey, just one random same fairy. Fuck you, grab your toys. I also hate that. Also, it's like, okay, it's Calamitous as the villain. Why toys? Why fucking toys?
I honestly, I don't know if I have an answer for that. I think
Like,
it's
I
just
mean,
because
robots I can understand, because that's Calamitous's MO. But why,
I think it's,
why are we fighting toys?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that.
Calamitous suffer a stroke?
I think it's just to lure people to his like factor. I don't know.
But so it's like I have infinite lives. I'm totally fine. I'd much more prefer having infinite lives, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between having lives and having infinite lives, yeah, I'd rather take the infinite lives.
Hey, evil toy! I've got a surprise for you.
It's called the Patrick Shop. There's the thing for Danny.
Yeah. I also watched that episode like what the is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
No, Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Patrick, that's the name of the restaurant.
Fish face.
I still think my favorite one though is, hey pal, you blowing keep it down?
Which one?
From that same episode.
Oh,
Where
right.
Patrick's just sweeping with the handle portion of the broom.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, it's mean of that guy to say, but it's like, technically, Patrick, you're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So this game gets so from what I can already say from basically the fact that we start with SpongeBob, Timmy, Tack, and Patrick, we already have more characters than the first game. Because we haven't gotten to Danny and Jimmy yet, and we also have Jenny. Okay.
And Sam. You get to play as Sam.
Really?
Yep. You get to play as
So are SpongeBob and Danny Phantom the only two shows that give you two characters to play from?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like you get to play as Sam in the second Nicktoons game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like like she was helping Danny's mom clean up like the basement when she was like transported to like the island, and she actually had like the power suit.
I'm trying to remember what episode she used
The
power suit.
It's the power suit that Vlad had originally taken from Danny's parents, but
Do you mean the one that he gives to Valerie?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Starfish, attack!
Okay, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, nice little reference there.
It is, but it is weird that basically those are the only two, that SpongeBob and Danny are the only two shows that have basically more than one playable character.
For the justice of our cause,
Yeah.
the liberation
Well,
of
they went with what's hot.
refugees.
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, then why does the Fairly Odd Parents have a second playable character?
Who would you play as well as like aside from Timmy?
what's that?
That is actually really true. That is true.
Yeah. And who would you play like aside from Jimmy?
Carl or
See?
Sheen? Got it.
True.
Q.
You. Boy.
Well, you laugh, but it's like
I'm like a freedom
there's more
fighter.
people. There would be more people to play it with for Jimmy Neutron than for Fairly Odd Parents, because
True.
not everyone in Jimmy Neutron is a jackass.
Hey, watch out!
Yeah.
Almost everyone in Fairly Odd Parents are jackasses.
I could see Mark being like a character.
Mark Chin. How would they involve him though?
That's the thing. You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Like just to suggest. It was just like a
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. It's like
Yeah. I would love to actually play as Crocker for a game. That would be kind of funny.
yeah. I wish we got a Fairly Odd Parents game that actually did something with Crocker.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like,
Go ahead.
cause it's like, breaking the rules. He basically was just in one stage.
Yeah. I think he was absent from
Shadow Showdown.
yeah.
I don't think he appeared in the GBA breaking rules.
Let's go
No.
sliding!
Thank you. I would have been really annoyed if we didn't have some drop tongue sliding.
Mm-hmm.
I could not pause because I was gonna pause. Also, what the fuck would happen with the music?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, well, I think the game froze. Also, it's like, what the fuck? I'm turning the music down. I'm turning the music down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? It's just garbled static.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to, okay, I clearly made that game. But it's like, I don't want to torture. I press jump, game. Yeah, I don't want to torture everyone's ears with that crap. Like, no.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. I just find it funny.
No, I get it. No, you're fine. This isn't as fluid as Battle for Bikini Bottom, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering. I take it I have to complete all these extra little stages.
I can't 100% remember for sure.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I forgot what we were talking about before I said thank God we're sliding on SpongeBob's tongue.
Crocker.
Oh yeah, yeah. He wasn't even in Game Boy Advance Breaking the Rules.
Mm.
He wasn't in Shadow Showdown, like you said, and he basically was written out very easily in Clash with the Anti-World.
Yeah.
Okay, I clearly made that game. Yeah, it's like they didn't the games did not do a damn thing with Crocker.
Hashtag justice for Crocker.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's because Carlos wasn't available to do a game, but it's like Crocker makes sense than a random Shadow.
Yeah.
He makes better sense than Vicky.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, oh my god, the controls like ass. Like the turning is so fucking wide. Why is it so wide?
Beats me.
Oh my god. I would rather do the Crocker fight than this. From the first game, I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, my god. Also, it's like, why are you making this long and you're not doing this checkpoint? I hate that. Oh, come on, let it end already. Excuse me? Okay, we're done. We're done with that. We are fucking done with that. Like, nope. The pausing, I pressed start to pause to do something. Then the game froze. I'm not. No. Nuh-uh. I'm not doing that again. Like, nope. Sorry for those of you who wanted the third one.
You're done the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one. That was the third one.
Yeah, you're done the third one. Okay, well, I gotta go eat supper.
Yeah,
I will be back.
I'm going to go on a quick little break, real quick, and and as I'm doing the break, I'll get ready for the for Volcano Island. So yeah, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Alrighty, we are now back with the second of the Nicktoons games, Battle for Volcano Island. Unlike the first and the third one, this one has completely original villain. And I'm not playing Gobs of Doom because that's a Wii game, and like I said before, Mega jump in, and I'll explain Toy Bots. Jump in call, and I'll explain Toy Bots. Okay.
Okay, I'm here. What's up?
Toy Bots glitched the fuck out.
Wait, what?
I was doing the first sliding thing with SpongeBob, and all of a sudden, all the flooring disappeared, so I'm falling eternally. And when I paused, the game froze. So it's like, nope. If that's gonna happen in what I believe to be a mini game, I'm not gonna do that. So that's why no more Toy Bots, because the game glitched out.
Well, the game itself isn't usually like that. It's just that one. I guess you just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Because when I played it when I was a kid, it was running completely fine.
No longer. It is time.
I don't know what it is with you
Can't save us
and
from the
glitchy
evil
games.
You cannot stop me! This world is mine!
Not yet. It isn't.
He has broken the circle. The heroes will be lost.
Not lost, just scattered. And not all of them. Look. Hey! This doesn't look like Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob, where are we? Far from home, ghost boy. I have summoned you here for a purpose. Our ancient enemy, the Margu, has escaped from his prison and seeks vengeance. He has created a terrible ooze that corrupts everything it touches. But the legends of our people say that you, the chosen ones, can save us. How do we save you? You will know, absorbent yellow one. You will know. But first, you must find all of your friends. United, you will triumph. Hoo-ha! Please stop that. Now, follow me, and I will take you to a safe place where you can camp. There are many dangers in the way. You must defend yourself.
The fuck? What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. I move around and it's like, oh my god.
It looks like SpongeBob looks like he has he has leprosy.
And Danny's 90% gone.
No, he's Rayman.
No, he's not Rayman.
Well, okay, well,
Punch the target.
Rayman if his torso was gone.
Now see, the Crab Elder, that was Rayman. That
What?
was Rayman.
Wait, what?
How does he do that?
No, I don't see
Okay,
it.
do we
No, I
want
don't
to
see it.
continue this? Cause
Yes. Yes.
okay, the reason why I'm asking is I'm now a little bit worried because I might get in trouble with this.
This is emulated, right?
Yeah,
On original hardware, it's not like that at all.
yeah. I do want to remind people, the only reason I'm emulating a lot of these games, convenience, because I don't really have a way to well, actually no, and not I don't have a way to basically stream these. That's why I'm emulating these.
And the fact that he has no capture card.
No, I do have a capture card. I don't have a way to emulate PS2 and GameCube games.
Oh.
Yeah. And bye, SpongeBob. Yeah, I don't have a way to do a PS2. Well, I don't have PS2 myself, though, anymore. But I don't have a way to actively emulate PS2 games.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it
Shoo
kind of
those
does.
birds away.
Kind of does.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's what.
Oh my god, the birds! Also, keep in mind, there's a bit of a delay on your end,
Yeah, I know. I get that. I get that.
Energy.
because I'm watching it on Twitch.
It
Yeah,
will
no, I
heal
get that.
you.
I'm kind of worried about screwing this up even more if I stream my screen share. That's why I haven't done to do that.
Another hero
Hey, that's valid.
Oh, okay, I see. SpongeBob could go in. Oh. I was gonna say SpongeBob could go in water, but no.
Some items could be useful.
Well, he could
in
go in
building
shallow
a
water,
camp.
just not
Be
deep
sure to
water,
collect
even
them
though
all.
he's a sponge.
Look at all this stuff.
Huh?
Okay, 495 more claims for new SpongeBob for new costume for SpongeBob. What the fuck is that supposed to be? That bell?
I think that's supposed to be Chester's RV. Hey, you got a thing.
Yeah, it's Pearl for SpongeBob, and I collect 4 more to unlock the bonus level. So I'm assuming it's for SpongeBob.
Yes. Well,
Look out!
it's been a while since I played this, and I don't really remember what the bonus levels were really like.
Hey, D-Pad's the same way. D-Pad's the same way.
You'll have to jump to get across here. You can jump higher by jumping again when you're in the air.
Oh my god, this...
The sky is falling.
It is like almost everything's glitchy.
Open that case. There might
But
be
not
something
the
inside.
but not the environments.
Yeah.
Although as soon as I say that, it might actually happen.
It hasn't so far.
Figure.
And so far, so...
Don't jinx it.
Hey, if it happens, it's more you.
Okay, I'll be.
You were the one that basically brought it up.
Yeah, but you repeated what I said, so I guess we're both at fault.
Okay, both of us.
Path is blocked. Pick up that nut.
Also, I
and bail out
completely
of the
forgot
tree.
about the fact that Tack
Now
was
throw
not
it
voiced
against
by
that
his game
wall.
voice actor
Watch out for the boom.
in the show.
So yeah, it's a completely different character.
Yeah,
not character, actor.
Yeah, it's really weird. I thought it was the same actor.
Yeah, I would have preferred his original voice actor.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, because in Toy Box they used the show voice actor, and I don't think the show came out when Toy Box did.
Yeah, I think it did.
Really? I thought it was like 2010.
No, I think it was like 2007, 2008.
Huh.
Was when when Tack the show came out, and it only lasted for like 1 season anyway.
Yeah.
Was it one season or was it
one
2
or two.
seasons?
It was 1 or 2. It
Either way,
lasted
it was
a shorter time than Planet Sheen did.
I mean, the less we say about Planet Sheen, the better.
Hey, I like Planet Sheen. It wasn't amazing, but it's like there were a lot of the writing was really good.
But in comparison to Jimmy Neutron,
no.
it's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Oh God, no. I'm not gonna say it's not better than the original show, but it's like it wasn't a bad show.
Did you know the original voice actor for Tack also played Max in a Goofy movie?
Really?
I think.
Look that
Although
up.
they sound very similar.
Yeah, look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna right now. Actually, where's IMDb?
I want to know how many fucking I want to know how many of the fucking clams I have. Game. Is the hot broken too?
You don't.
So the game does not have a counter for the clams? Oh, that's Danny. Danny, stop disappearing.
It is.
Really? That is really interesting.
Jason Marsden.
That is really interesting. I really like. I liked him as Tack.
I think it came out of that storm above the volcano.
I also liked him as Max.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Goofy. Both extremely goofy movies. Both ones, or just the first one?
I think both of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to check on that. Yeah, it is both of them.
Huh. Okay.
By the way, Extremely Goofy movie is better than the original.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love the first Goofy movie. I'll give it that. I love it to pieces. But I've watched the sequel a lot more, and I have a lot more nostalgia towards the second one, even though it's very inferior to the first one. I don't care.
Okay, good.
I love it.
It's good. Okay, good. At least you admit it's not as good as the first one. At least you admit it's not as good as the first one.
But it's funnier than the first one.
Here and there. I don't think any of those direct to VHS sequels were better than the original.
Well, not all of them. There are some that are at least like on par with the originals.
Which one?
There is a sequel to 101 Dalmatians.
102 Dalmatians, yeah.
No. 101 Dalmatians 2?
What's called that one? I thought it was 102 Dalmatians.
No, that's a sequel to the live-action 101 Dalmatians.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the chronological shit is like very confusing.
Yeah, cause then you realize, oh right, the live-action movies are also sequels too.
The first 101 is like it's basically the original live-action Disney adaptation.
Yeah.
And it's actually decent.
Yeah, it's actually a really decent movie.
I wish all the other live-action adaptations put in that much effort.
But no, we had to get... The reason why Cruella hates dogs is because a dog killed her mom. So she became Batman against dogs.
So she became afraid of dogs for no reason.
No. She wanted to kill dogs. Because a dog killed her mom.
So she has this extreme prejudice against dogs.
Yes.
That's
some weird woman, some rival of her mom, basically had a trained dog kill her at the sound of a whistle. And it's like, why, dude? Did we need this? Why did we need this?
Okay, you go from that to like turning dogs into fur pelts. It's like it does not add up at all.
Yeah, it's like, why do you blame the dog? Blame the bitch who basically had the dog kill your mom.
Not the dog itself.
It's like the dog was just listening to something it was trained to do.
Stay out of the deep water.
It must have been a Rottweiler.
No, I think it was a Dalmatian.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes and no.
Actually, yeah, no, actually. Because, you know, you gotta keep in tune with the original.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form, even if it is ham-fisted.
What the fuck is shooting stuff at?
Those vultures.
No, I know that, but it's like the glitching.
Oh, with the projectile itself.
That too. Like, I'm pretty sure that's spit.
No, it's fish.
Really?
Those monsters.
Yeah, it is weird. You don't usually like regurgitate like fish just to like spit at your enemies.
You say that, but there is that pelican Pokemon that has that move.
I don't really know anything about Pokemon, so I wouldn't know.
You can jump up.
Hold on. I'm actually gonna get a picture of that Pokemon.
Oh god. The Pokemon, the Pelican Pokemon, basically.
I am linking this in voice streaming.
Okay.
And we'll also voice the second.
Huh. Interesting.
You say interesting, and then you look at the second one.
Okay, no, that's photoshopped.
No, it's not.
Wait, really? That
No,
looks
it's not.
That looks photoshopped as hell.
No, it is not. That is its I'm trying to remember why it has that ability. Oh, yeah, no. It's part of the biology. Cramorant is a gluttonous Pokemon that can swallow other Pokemon whole. Its preferred prey are Arukoda. That's the one from the first one. But sometimes it swallows other Pokemon, such as Pikachu.
So what you're saying is... No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no. That's part of its ability. Gulp Missile. After it uses Surf or Dive, it catches prey and changes form depending on its remaining HP. If its HP is over half, it catches an Arukoda and changes into Gulping form. If it's under half, it catches Pikachu and changes to Gorging. If hit in either form, it will basically spit out the its catch, dealing 4 attacker's HP and a secondary effect depending on what it has. If it's Arukoda, the defense goes down by 1. If it's Pikachu, paralysis.
Because electric.
Yeah, and it's like, why the hell did we need... who thought of that? Who the hell thought of basically, oh, let's have a Pokemon gorge on Pikachu?
Someone must really have a Vorkink. And Game Freak.
That I will agree with. That was the only time I will agree with the devs nearly described fetish.
Not as much as Toys for Bob.
No. I'm trying to remember what fetishy stuff were in Toys for Bob.
I'm talking Crash 4 specifically.
Oh, yeah.
With the fucking clever shit innuendo names for levels and costumes.
Well, hey, Ratchet and Clank did that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, up your arsenal.
Yeah, going commando.
And Crack in Time's original name was Clockblockers.
Clockblockers, yeah.
I don't know why they changed that, because that is a really awesome name.
So Clockblockers went too far, but Up Your Arsenal was alright.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny said that same thing. I love that. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, I still need to play Into the Nexus.
I do too, actually.
Because I need to play that before I play Rift Apart.
I didn't need to play that before Rift Apart.
I honestly like doing that stuff, though. Like, I mean, I'll skip Deadlock. I'll skip Deadlock, because that doesn't really do anything for the story.
It's just its own self-contained thing that takes place, like, after the third game. But that's it.
Jumping SpongeBob!
Okay, I find it weird that in gameplay, the models glitch out. In cutscenes, they're totally fine.
Patrick, are you coming with us?
Oh! Okay.
It's weird. I don't know. You know what? I think this is because it's an FMV, and FMVs usually have like a lot more like of its own thing going on.
Yeah, so we missed a rocket. I don't know where the heck that was.
You don't really need to get 100% in this game just to get a special ending or anything.
Yeah, but I still kind of feel like it. Oh, goody! Goody! Some of the fucking things were disappearing. Oh.
And
Patrick is now the Invisible Man. The only thing you can see are his goddamn eyes, which they're closed.
That's creepy as shit.
It is. It
How
is.
would you? That'd be like if like a pair of eyes just come out and just like.
And now his fucking run cycle is even more creepier. Because of his coloring.
He looks like a zombie.
It does.
You can jump.
That's also his run cycle in the third game too. It's like, why does he have his goddamn arms out? Patrick, are you okay?
It's probably like the same engine. Actually, no, it definitely is the same engine as.
Which is weird because the character models in Attack of the Toy Box didn't glitch out.
We'll have to time this carefully.
But the level design did.
Yeah. That's kind of one thing I'm worried about for this. I'm worried that the level design's gonna glitch out.
And not just texture glitching.
Yeah.
I can handle texture glitching. That's fine.
Yeah, I can handle it too. I'll laugh at texture glitching. Cause this shit's fun. This shit's hilarious. The only game that didn't have any issues with textures and stuff was the first one.
Was Unite.
Yeah, because I also played that one on Dolphin.
Hmm.
These ones are on PS2 emulator because Dolphin can't really play the other two, and I don't think they got the other two. GameCube got the other two.
I think the fourth one is on PS2
and
as
Wii.
well. As well as Wii.
Yeah, I know it's on Wii, but I'm still skipping that one because I would much rather play Wii with a Wiimote than on a... Like, I mean, I would much rather use Wiimote controls using a Wiimote than actually just not.
I think you can actually, like, hook up a Wii remote to Bluetooth.
Yeah, but I don't have Bluetooth connector. I don't have Bluetooth connector.
Oh, well.
Which sucks. I wouldn't mind having one because then I can use my Raycons on this thing instead of these headsets, which are starting to die because I can't turn these volumes up too high.
This floor is
And
cracked.
oh.
I wonder if we can break it.
I take it that the speakers have blown out to its maximum, and it's dithering.
No, they're still going fine. I just can't have it be on max power.
Oh, why not?
One of them starts cutting out when I have it on max power.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's like right here, I'm only listening to everything through the right one. A little bit down, I have it back to the normal.
Oh, that's one of those things.
Yep.
Yeah. Personally, whenever like sound only goes through my left ear, I get like this weird tingling feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like something's like tickling the back of my ear, and it just. Ugh.
Oh, so it's not jolting. Okay. So I was gonna say, yeah, I've had that in our old house, because our house.
Maybe we can knock it over.
For the last 2 times. Yeah. Basically, when I vacuum in our washer room, because it has our power box. When I listen to my older headphones, basically, yeah. Oh boy, some of the ground textures started to go.
But they're not. But it's still there.
It's still there. It's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Honestly, I like Patrick's dance from Battle for Bikini Bottom more.
It's not really a dance. He just falls on his freaking face.
He does a little dance beforehand. He claps for joy and then falls over.
Twice.
Yeah. But still dance.
Yeah, but Patrick, I don't know.
Also, speaking of Patrick, I don't know if you know this, but apparently, and this is from what D-Pat told me, the Patrick Show is a prequel to the original series.
Not Camp Coral?
This ship looks like it was picked off the bottom
Camp
of
Coral
the
is
sea.
them as kids.
And twisted like a candy
So it's a
wrapper.
prequel to a prequel.
Patrick's Show is a prequel to the main show. Camp Coral is basically prequel to the main show. Because apparently SpongeBob and Squidward also do it here, and it's set in Bikini Bottom.
If we can make that
Oh,
pipe
yeah,
fall
it's
into
a-
the water,
Yeah,
I
Camp
bet
Coral's a
we can get
spin-off,
across.
not a sequel series or spin-off.
Actually,
Or spin-off, yeah.
we see that, and we also have the thing where basically Kid Sandy's there because older Sandy sent her there to keep an eye on the Krabby Patty formula.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
It fucking doesn't. It fucking doesn't. But it's like, at least it explains why the hell Sandy's there as when she's a kid.
It still makes no sense
It
as to why she's there in the first place.
It doesn't, but it's like, it's better than, oh, no, Sandy's been living in Bikini Bottom her whole life. That's literally the first episode. SpongeBob, second episode. SpongeBob meeting Sandy.
If that was the case, I would have called bullshit because she was living in Texas before she went she went to the sea.
Yeah, so it's like, while it's stupid reason, at least it's a reason.
You guys
It's a reason, yeah.
I'm still okay, thanks to Jimmy Neutron's
Even if it is
moisture
nonsensical.
What the fuck is that down there?
Oh no, I'm not.
I don't know, go get it.
I know, it's like, you put it. Danny's Greenstone Tiki. I do not remember Danny owning a tiki.
I think it's like a ghost spiritual thing.
I probably know if I can see the fucking texture. But no, the textures are just glitched as hell.
Oh god. Freaking game, man.
I'm disappointed that we're getting texture glitches and not T-posing though.
But that doesn't really happen in the console version. If it doesn't happen in the console version, I highly doubt it happens emulated.
True, but when I played Avatar: Burning Earth on the Xbox One, there were some moments of T-posing.
And that was a next gen game.
No. Burning Earth is 360.
Oh, you played a 360 game on the one.
Yeah, because it has backwards compatibility.
It's
Something that basically Microsoft kicks both Nintendo and Sony's asses for.
well, Sony is getting to the emulating, not the emulate, the backwards compatibility thing. But
Barely. Nintendo's doing it a lot better job than Sony is.
yeah, I it's more with the case of Sony, it's more like too little, too late.
Yeah.
Although, it's not necessarily too little, too late. You could still like
Yeah, they
pull
can
off
still
like
do it, but it's like they're also right now actively ignoring it because it's been 2 months since Plus Premium, since the new Plus started. We have not gotten any new plastic games.
Yikes! The little sand monsters have a big
Well, I'm
brother.
sure they're just like working on bringing other games to the PS5.
Hopefully, and hopefully when they start doing it for PS2, it's basically a game that wasn't on PS4. Because all the PS2 games they started with, except for like one, which I'm not interested in, were on PS4.
Slight.
No, it was the Jack series.
Yeah.
Escape 2.
Psychonauts.
What? No. The only ones I can think of right now are Jack series and Escape 2. They didn't bring all those games. Oh, Star Ocean 3, I believe. It's also on that, but I have it on PS4, so I don't care.
I swear, I thought they put like Psychonauts or Bully on there.
I think they did Bully, but it's like buy the Scholarship Edition. Buy the Scholarship Edition on Xbox or Steam.
Or Steam, yeah. Bully is a very underrated underrated game.
It is.
It's kind of like an interactive version of the Breakfast Club to me.
I can kind of see why you would say that. I've never seen the movie though.
It's a really good 80s teen movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But it's like I'm not really interested in watching a lot of live action. I much more prefer animation.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Those pictures randomly fucking popped in.
What?
Also, who the fuck are those people?
If we can knock that chandelier
George
down,
Washington and Marie Antoinette. Nah, Marie Antoinette's much fatter. Or no, actually, it looks like George Washington and Glenn Close.
Okay, so Danny has a fucking ghost blast. SpongeBob shoots a bubble, and oh, I can't do it. And Patrick's range is a fucking cartwheel. Why?
I mean, you can
Patrick, that's not a ranged move.
I mean, Patrick is kind of dumb, so what do you expect?
True. Oh look, the fucking thing's now
I mean, what next is,
There we go. It's like I was wondering what the hell that was for. So that also confirms Sandy is playable.
Thanks, game. Thanks, game, for spoiling it.
I don't mind. I mean, hell, Toybots basically spoils that Gur and Jenny are playable during the first stage.
Yeah.
Sponges and starfish first.
You can play as a ton of new characters in Toybots.
Yeah, and from what Deepak told me, this is the first one that allows you to play as Sam.
Yeah.
And I had a little things like, why is Danny Phantom the second series, only other series that has multiple characters to play as, along with SpongeBob?
Well, and this game also, I guess this game introduced, like, you could play as Patrick and Sandy.
Yeah, true. But
whereas in the first
SpongeBob too.
But still, it's more than one character. It's more than one character from one franchise.
Hey, Danny, little help here? It's
Oh,
my
hi,
friend
Tucker.
This upsized TV dinner's cornered me. Don't worry, Tuck. We'll get you out of there.
Also, holy shit, they actually have voice actors for the characters other than the main character than any of the main cast.
Oh yeah, they got
First
like
one did have Gray or Tucker's voice actors.
I forgot Sam was voiced by Gray Delisle Griffith.
Yeah, Gray Delisle Griffith does a lot of Nick voices. She's Sam, she's Vicky, she's
Tootie. She's Tootie.
I forgot she's Tootie. Yeah, she's Azula. I don't think of who else she's voiced in.
She was Raven. Oh wait, no, that's Tara Strong. My bad.
Yeah.
I was saying that as a joke.
Now I get that. Actually, I think Ray did voice Raven in something.
No, that's all Tara.
Hey, what's going on? Long story, pal. I'll tell you once this guy shows us where to camp.
Gray also voices Miss Chalice in the Cuphead show.
Right.
Yeah, we're the chosen ones.
Right.
And Moon Butterfly.
Home, chosen ones. See that pool? It is a shrine to the powers for good.
Okay, Raven is mostly Tara. Okay. She's current Daphne.
Oh, she's current Daphne. Okay.
Yeah.
And the same voice actress for Webby in the new DuckTales is also current Velma.
Yeah. She's Frankie Foster in Foster's Imaginary Friends.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
Same. Wait, the same voice actress who voices Webby is also
no,
Frankie.
Gray.
Oh, Gray. Okay. Not from. I was about to say, like, that doesn't make any sense. It would make more sense if Gray Delisle was Frankie, and she is. So.
Okay, so apparently this spoiled all the playable characters for us. So we have Tucker, Sandy, Danny, Patrick, Woodward, Sam, and wait, where's SpongeBob's stuff? Okay, it's nothing. Oh, there, no, right there. Places discovered. Okay, so I can backtrack to the older levels. Okay.
Yeah, you don't even need to go to that.
I kind of want to do so for all of the secret levels. Oh, we only have 6 playable characters then. Okay.
Hey, that's more than what Unite would give us.
Then the first one was the first one was just SpongeBob, Danny, Timmy, and Jimmy. And Jimmy looks straight ugly in the fucking game.
He looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's like, especially when you go do the 2D images, like. Granted, I couldn't even see how. Granted, I kind of also want to see how Calamitous looked in the 2D.
I mean, you can in the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour specials.
That's not the same art style. That's not the same art style.
Yeah, it's Butch's art style.
No, in Unite.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I want to see Calamitous in that art style, but I couldn't because the Crocker boss fight is a load of bullshit.
Okay, you got stuck on that.
Yeah, and it's not. I know. I figured out what to do. I just don't like basically that type level of time boss fights.
Is Fairy World the second to last level in Unite?
Yeah, it is. You go Danny's World, Bikini Bottom, Fairy World, and
then Retroville.
Yeah, Retroville. Yeah.
Well, it's not technically Retroville. It's more like Goddard.
Really?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
What? Does Calamitous turn Goddard into a giant death robot like Timmy accidentally did in
No.
Timmy Power Hour?
No. I'm not gonna say anything else other than that.
I'm not finishing it. I'm not going back to the game.
Oh well, in that case, in that case, no. You go inside Goddard to fix like a virus that's inside him or something.
You mean just like what Timmy did to Goddard?
Or what Jimmy and Sheen did when they went inside Carl one time.
No, that wasn't to Jimmy. Oh wait, no. Oh,
it is.
No, you got the same. No, we got the references mixed up. I was referencing the fact that Timmy turned Goddard into a death robot, into a giant doomsday machine from his goddamn video game.
Sorry. Well,
And, yeah, and remember in the Timmy Power Hour, basically Timmy thinking Goddard's a video game device, puts his video game into the good boy, and basically Goddard becomes a giant ass death robot.
I'm glad you guys are doing the adventuring. Gives me time to do new stuff. Some driftwood, a few wires, some giant.
I forgot how good the Timmy Jimmy Power Hours are.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, only the good one. The first one was the good one, because you actually kind of dealt with well, the second one wasn't bad. The second one also is what I believe is the what introduced us to the Cum Jar team.
Excuse me?
Oh my god. Okay. So, the villain, the first half villain for Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2 are the Anti-Bears.
Yeah.
The second half is Professor Calamitous accidentally fused with Jorgen von Strangle.
Must maintain dominance! And then the third one?
The third one is a villain that Jimmy and Timmy create.
Oh.
So it's not that good. It is not that good, in my honest opinion. Because of how boring the villain they made is. Anyway, basically, after defeating Calamitous and defusing the Calamitous and Jorgen, basically, the fairies shrink Calamitous and trap him into a jar. Carl whispers to Wanda something to Wanda, and Calamitous suddenly transformed into Judy Neutron.
God.
And you also remember the fact that Carl had that crush on Judy.
Which I will never really understand.
It was a thing from the Valentine's Day episode, and it's like, yeah.
The
No.
prophecies say that the
No.
night girl
Yeah, no.
and the whiny cephalopod will
Absolutely
be covered
not.
by sand. You must find them quickly.
While you're there, look for stuff we can use to build a camp.
This one isn't that bad so far.
Yeah,
That's the fucking texture glitches.
Yeah, this one's
Night
actually
Girl
not.
and whiny cephalopod. Okay, so Sam and Squidward.
Yeah, basically. I'm glad that this one's actually like one of the good ones, and not something like boring like Unite.
On reserve. I'll have to find another one to power up the suit again.
I'm sorry.
Sam!
Danny, I'm so glad you're here.
Where did you find the peeler suit?
I was helping your mom make some adjustments to it when boom, I'm on this weird island being attacked by sand monsters.
We gotta find some whiny guy and save the world again. Come on.
I heard a weird noise on the far side of the lagoon. We should check it out.
No, I bet I can probably guess what that is.
It's a Squidward tortellini.
Yeah, but does he have a goddamn clarinet?
I don't know. The first place Snail Racing Cup presented to Squidward Tortellini!
Will I ever win?
I love how
he wins in the episodes of Trillium. He wins those.
Well, Band Geeks.
That's also a Schooling episode.
No, yeah. So as far as I'm aware, that's the only like Squilliam episode where Squidward wins, and it's really satisfying.
I believe the house episode he wins too,
but not the Krusty Krab makeover one.
Yeah, but granted, that was also more Squidward's fault too.
Because he was so jealous of Squilliam's success.
That's Squidward. That's the entire relationship between those two in a nutshell. But I more basically meant forget everything you know about fine dining. Breathe.
Yeah, he tells that to SpongeBob of all things.
And basically, SpongeBob literally does that.
Literally forgets everything, even his freaking name, and destroys the entirety of the Krusty Krab in the process.
And grates the guy's ass into cheese.
There's some useful salvage nearby. Take a look around.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song on the world's smallest violin.
Krabs, this is serious.
I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
And I actually really do love that gag.
I love that as well.
It's like Mr. Krabs is being a sarcastic asshole, but he's also not. But he's also basically completely telling the truth.
Yeah, he's not bullshitting about the smallest violin.
So a lot of the visual characters in SpongeBob are really good job.
I really do love visual humor in games. Well, not games, but in like anything that's like cleverly put in, like the smallest violin.
Why a 9-ball for Timmy? Why a 9-ball? Why is it? Actually, no. Now that I think about it, no. Actually, I just realized.
That's the ball where Cosmo and Wanda were.
Yeah, I actually just remembered that.
I think I'm calling the cops.
And then you remember basically the episode where he basically sends everyone back in time to that first episode. They didn't come out of the ball. They just randomly appeared.
I don't actually.
The wristwatch episode.
The
do-over episode.
The do-over episode.
The one where Vicky gets hit by a car.
Because she kept using the Cosmo watch.
Yeah, and then basically, Wanda helps him get revenge because, oh right, yeah. Timmy should have really thought of doing made the game for him and watching him. He's an idiot.
Well, not really an idiot, just more like a.
Timmy's the smartest person in the show, but
he's still
can be really stupid.
He's still a kid though, and kids do stupid shit.
Yeah. Which is why I don't like a lot of the shows, a lot of the mean jokes in game shows.
Like we're going to the movies. Oh right. Oh wait, no, we're going to the movies, and we're not taking you. Yeah. Aren't pronouns fun? Yeah, fuck Timmy's parents. They could die in a fucking hole.
Tucker's radio tower.
Looks like the Eiffel Tower.
It does, I'm just gonna ignore these fucking, the
spawners?
Yeah, the nest, because they're not breaking.
What the?
Oh, they can break.
I've been taking them a lot. Like, here's another spawner.
Spawners can break.
Okay, let's get rid of these sand monsters, and I'll go back and I'll kick that for around 5 minutes.
More like 5 seconds, but sure.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, this is something I said during the Fairly Odd Parents videos. If I want to watch anything Butch made for okay, cool. Okay, good. Good. If I want to watch something from Butch for comedy, I watch Tough Puppy. If I want to watch basically heroes versus villains, I watch Danny Phantom.
The Fairly Odd Parents nowadays is just kind of problematic. Yeah, I thank fuck. It's just kind of like mean-spirited.
A lot of it is mean-spirited.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love mean-spirited humor when it's done correctly.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents does it way too much.
And it can be funny at times, but like most of it is just rotten.
Why did the spawner ring come back?
I think it's because you walked too far to the left. I did it! I beat the Digglebergs! I mean, you beat the Digglebergs! Which is like me being the woman's body!
That's one of the better episodes. That one is one of the better episodes.
And he's sexist.
No, I didn't go too far. Because the bird ones didn't respond.
I don't get the inconsistency. It's still spawning!
Yeah, it's like, I saw it. It's like, but I was just like, I'm just jumping straight over this.
That is so inconsistent. It's shit.
Okay, I'm flying. It's like, I really wish the characters would disappear.
I have fucking ascended. I can fly now.
I really wish the character models would disappear. It's like, I'm totally fine with them being different, weird colors, but it's like, I don't want them disappearing.
At least there's a drop shadow.
Yeah. Oh, big time. But it's like, it's still kind of really very scary to have that.
I can deal with characters disappearing so long as there's a drop shadow.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah. I would much rather have my character than a drop shadow, but it's like, yeah, no, I will. That's like, yeah.
This blowhole's blocked.
Is that a nice thing to say?
Okay, one thing I do want to admit, for Fairly Odd Parents, a lot of people say it died around when Sparky was created. I don't think so. I like Sparky.
And a lot of people say that it died when Poof was introduced, which I also disagree with.
Yeah. I will agree with anyone who says that Fairly Odd Parents died when they introduced Chloe.
Yeah, same.
It's like, oh hey, that's actually breaking continuity. And it's also really stupid.
And it's at that point that that secretly Butch just wants to end Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, I will.
Just like how Netflix secretly wants to end itself.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think. Okay. I don't think we mentioned this we spoke about this during the Jeff Fusion playthrough. Spring we joined that on. What are your thoughts on Cat Dog?
More Sharkoids!
Oh, I like Cat Dog. That's fine.
You don't think that's mean-spirited too?
Oh, it's definitely mean-spirited for sure, but I don't know, something about Fairly Odd Parents just really irks me so much more than Cat Dog.
Okay.
I think it's the fact that Timmy's life is just so miserable that they have to treat that like it's a hilarious issue.
Yeah.
And not like, you know, an actually serious topic of, like, childhood neglect.
And let's also not forget the fact that they basically did It's a Wonderful Life and completely, totally fucking did not get the goddamn point of the damn movie.
And basically made it so that, they confirmed that Timmy existing is, like, the worst part of all humanity.
Yeah.
Which I'm very pissed at, which triggers my fight or flight.
Yeah, the only thing I will straight up agree on is Crocker.
On board.
That's straight Tim. That is straight
Sand
Tim.
monsters incoming!
What do you mean?
Remember, Timmy is the reason why Crocker's life was ruined?
Oh, because Cosmo and Wanda were originally Crocker's
fairies. And
fairies.
Basically, and on Dental Crocker Day, which was supposed to be celebrating the boy as a hero, he was actually a really decent kid. Timmy reveals that
Timmy is the reason why Crocker is the way he is.
Yeah.
It doesn't excuse what Crocker's actions.
I agree with that, but it's like it's also still completely fucking.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand.
Everything else fucking.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse what Crocker did to him, but I kinda understand why. And that's at the same time.
It really does not excuse Chester's not having braces. It doesn't excuse AJ being in a college. It doesn't excuse Vicky being
another sand monster,
an
and
assistant
it is
to
huge.
Do Gilbert Gottfried Tempest.
And it's also a nice babysitter.
Yeah. It's like Vicky was always a bitch. I mean, hell, look, that's something else that the Crocker episode showed off. Yeah, Vicky gets her thing from her dad or her grandpa. I think that's her dad, though.
Needless to say, that episode really pissed me off.
It pissed off. I'm pretty sure it pissed off a lot of people.
But me especially, because it's just a complete and utter insult to what the show is about.
Yeah. About a kid that gets constantly shat on.
And neglected, so he gets fairy godparents. But yeah, CatDog is way better.
I honestly, I don't really think so. I think it's a good show. I would rather watch.
Hey guys, check out the area. There could be something cool.
Fairly Odd Parents more, because honestly, CatDog getting beaten up almost every single episode gets really boring.
Take the high road or the low road.
And it does get old really quick.
Like, I actually, like 2 years ago, I went. I believe this was about the time Enter the Florpus came out. I had a dream where basically Netflix actually did a CatDog movie itself,
okay,
or at least a little special thing. Basically, the boys get ready to have a barbecue, and when all of Nierberg is, Winslow and Lola are there too. They are part of the barbecue too, because they live there.
Yeah.
Basically, when everyone in Nierberg wants to steal the meat and basically kick their asses. Dog gives a speech on basically. Fuck you, fish.
What?
It was a big speech. I don't exactly remember what it was about. And it basically moves everyone's hearts, including the racists. Remember,
the greasers?
Yeah, the greasers were racist.
Yeah, racist against cats.
Yeah, which makes sense. Also, Scooter's buried in the sand. Yeah, it makes sense, but it's like...
Squidward!
It's still fucking weird.
Right. Rest in SpongeBob.
Well, but no, I get it, but it's like going so far as beating up dogs that hang out with cats. It's like
that's kinda racist.
Yeah, it's like this. Also, all three of these stages, I found all but one of the fucking items.
I mean, that's still impressive than, like, not getting them at all.
On our island. You must defend yourself. Shoo those birds away. Let's go!
That's true. No.
Would they get the original cast back? Like Jim Cummings and Tom Kenny? I think Tom Kenny definitely, but I don't know about Jim Cummings.
Possibly. Yeah.
Because Jim Cummings voiced Cat in CatDog.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly. Anyway.
Nice work.
Anyway, so basically after they all agree, it's like, oh hey, yeah, you guys are actually not that bad. A limo shows up, and out steps a rabbit like Randall.
Yeah.
Even voiced by Tom Kenny as well, because that was all.
Yeah.
And he's basically wanting. Well, no, you all can't be friends. You all have to want to.
That's the way.
I won't fight.
So Randall, son, kin,
yeah,
kinda.
Basically, everyone to kick each other's ass.
So he wants to commit cat genocide.
No, he just wants violence. He just wants violence.
Oh, he's just unprejudicedly wants violence.
I will. He's there to basically spoof Nickelodeon. Because one thing I will kind of admit, I kind of feel that Nick is the reason why CatDog gets their ass kicked every episode. I kind of have a feeling that Nickelodeon executives are the reason why.
It's like, hey, Gim getting beat up is funny. Do it in every episode. It's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, reminder, they are the reason why Gaz is how she is in them.
But Gaz, it makes sense because that's because that's what her character is like.
No. Enter the Florpus had Gaz how they originally wrote her.
Oh yeah, shit. Oh right.
Because like why she somebody else you can annoy is basically because saw Billy and Mandy, and they wanted her to be like Mandy.
So they want Gaz to be like a Nickelodeon equivalent to Mandy.
Yep. And that's why Gaz was how she is in the show.
That does not work.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does not work. That's why I had that little thought that the Nick executives were the reason why CatDog get beaten up every episode. And basically, the dream ended with basically everyone beating up the fake the executive guy, and then they all have a barbecue.
They have a barbecue to celebrate the death of Randall's.
That and basically, oh hey, and it's a friendship barbecue. I know how babyish that is. Like, at least it doesn't end with CatDog getting their asses kicked.
I mean, I kind of argue that if they didn't end with CatDog getting beat up, it wouldn't make sense in the unit. It wouldn't make sense from the actual series. But considering that it's that it gets really old very fast within like a few episodes, I'll just allow it. I'll allow that.
I mean, no, that's one of the things that kind of also turns me away from Ed, and Eddie.
Because it just ends with Ed and Eddie just like getting beaten the shit out of by the other kids in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, which I will admit, the Eds, especially Eddie, deserved it way more than CatDog did.
Oh yeah, Eddie's a piece of shit, but he's a hilarious piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. I'm not gonna, but it's like, and it's like you. A lot of the kids are also kind of just jackasses a lot of times too.
Not Timmy.
I think you mean Johnny.
Johnny, sorry.
Yeah, Johnny's fine. Rolf's fine. Like the only time he beat up Eddie was basically it was Eddie's fault.
Hello, Ed boy. By the way, did you know that Ed, Edd n Eddy was made in Canada?
Yeah, I did.
But it was more a Cartoon Network series and not a Canadian, which I will never understand why they decided to outsource it in Canada instead of like. Actually, I kind of understand why. Never mind.
Because Cartoon Network can be really lazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Look at Thundercats 2011.
There is no time to waste.
Or I was gonna say Johnny Test, but no. Even they put in some effort in to like a bad show.
Go quickly. Your friend may be in great danger.
And while you're there, look for something to eat. I'm starving.
You know, Scooter, we could possibly eat you, because you're the closest thing to food than to anyone else.
I love that detail of, like, Squidward trying to, like, say what the crab was going to say, but then the crab cuts off.
Yeah,
Cuts him off.
I did enjoy that. Also,
That's
let's find Timmy.
Gotta look for some kind of fort full of
The
crab
three-headed boy.
soldiers.
Yes, that's
Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda.
That river is too wide. Maybe we could knock
That's
down
one
that
thing that
old
always sounds
tree.
weird in these games. Cosmo and Wanda are basically part of Timmy. They're not captured, they're not just missing or anything. No, they're here.
like drugs. No, like, I'm not kidding. They're like literally like allegories for antidepressants.
True. Kinda really sucks.
It's sad, but it makes a lot of sense. And
it straight does.
that's just it's just a theory. A conspiracy theory, no.
I was gonna go game theory.
But it's more of a conspiracy. Or a cartoon theory. Excuse me.
Maybe you guys should have had that coconut in front of the tree, not behind it.
Coconuts can fall in, like, different places.
Yeah, but it's like if I needed to use that in order to basically make the tree fall.
Instead of relying on realism. Actually, I don't think this game even relies on realism at all.
Gee, you think? SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward would be drowning if this was if they were using realism.
Actually, no, they would be suffocating if it was real, because there's no water in this. There's no water on Volcano.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like bringing realism into this. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Okay, I kind of want to see the Oh, I see. Okay, I can only see the items and stuff when I'm in Camp Castaway. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's like in I was gonna say Mario 64, but that's exactly what they did.
No.
Just...
What I mean is looking at the my inventory.
Yeah.
To see how many things I need to get. Like, no. I think you could see the no, actually, no. I don't think you can see the counts for all the areas in Mario. Okay,
when you're in the castle and press start, you can see the progress you've made in each world.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me. They spit. It's gross.
They spit acid, Sam. You look at me and tell me those puddles are not acidic.
Acid spit? Hero!
I mean, not acid. Poison.
It's... oh god, not really the same thing, is it?
I think that's my fourth game now. It's either my third or my fourth.
I think that's your third, because, like, if it still says collect the 4 things, it must mean that you have, like, either, like, 2 left or 1 left or something.
Okay, that was a good joke. Where do
what?
Suitcases come from? The suitcase dimension. Duh. That was good. That was really good.
Gaze into my jiggly goodness and see the artificially lime-flavored falsetto that works.
I'm trying to remember what the heck that's from.
It's really Odd Parents. It's the one where Timmy gets super friends.
Oh right, yeah. Because Yeah, because basically Timmy's real friends realize basically that Timmy can't be mean to them, but they can be mean to him. And I don't mean that. And I don't mean the ending. I more mean basically in basically every single time, like 90% of the time you see those guys.
Well, as far as Timmy's friends go, they haven't really like
they
done
barely, yeah, they barely do things, but they also do.
They didn't do any real harm to Timmy.
Yeah. And so hell, Elmer and Sanjay don't do anything mean, period.
Yeah, and you barely ever see them outside of like that group.
Yeah.
Especially
Sanjay.
No, not Sanjay. You see him like a little bit outside.
Oh, okay.
But especially Elmer.
Yeah.
Look, friendly crabs.
Not. The best parade ever is happening up there, and I'm here freezing my claws off. That makes me so mad.
I think my favorite episode involving Timmy's friends is the Big Scoop.
I would say like in the first season where he, Chester, and AJ get ported into this video game.
That's also a good one too. But it's like I like the Big Scoop because honestly, it basically
climbing those nets.
Makes you see a lot of the stuff from a lot of Timmy's wishes from the other side. Because Big Scoop was basically just the one where Timmy wishes he was cool, but from the point of view of Chester and AJ.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Basically it's just they put the two of them into the newspaper club, and they're trying to figure out why the hell Timmy became popular suddenly. And so they both end up thinking, oh, Timmy killed his parents.
That's not actually far off. Well, actually, wait. If that were true, it would make a lot of sense because they abused the shit out of Timmy for years.
Yeah, it's like.
Watch out! If we smash those exits, the soldiers can't get to us.
Karmic justice, I guess.
Yeah, karmic justice. Like it literally has when basically Timmy basically just stops doing the wish. We see folks and AJ's little words are cool. His parents are alive.
No, not cool. His parents are alive.
Well, okay. To everyone that does not realize how basically neglectful the Turners are.
Okay, the characters don't realize it, but we, the audience, do.
Yeah. Like, there was near the end of Johnny's Yoshi's Island playthrough, he and Matt get into a conversation about who the most neglectful parents in Rugrats were. None of them, really. If you want to talk neglectful Nicktoon parents, look at the Turners.
Yeah, the Turners are way worse than any of the parents in Rugrats.
Yeah, it's like there are times when basically who really cares about what the parents do?
Because at least with the parents from Rugrats, they actually love their children.
Yeah. Yeah, even Drew and Charlotte love Angelica.
Even if it is
she's a whiny little bitch.
Much to the fault of Charlotte, who doesn't really ignore. Actually, more so to the.
They also don't do a lot of episodes with Charlotte too.
Or
kind of think about it. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Leo.
Keep your fish to yourself.
See ya, man. See ya.
But I do agree with that Chaz is the best parent.
Oh yeah, Chaz is fantastic.
Going up.
Followed by Stu and Dee Dee.
Bits,
Followed by Stu and Dee Dee, Betty and Howard, and last place is Drew and Charlotte.
Yeah, but yeah.
I would also like to say Kira, but that's more like post in Paris.
But in the episodes following that, Kira actually is a really good mom.
She is a fantastic mom.
Yeah, she is. I honestly I'm happy. I love the fact that basically Rugrats is the only time in a cartoon you can go the movies are canon.
Where they show continuity to the movies.
Yeah. Because the first movie gave us Bill, and he's part of the show. The second movie gave us Kira and Kimmy, and they're part of the show.
And the third one, nothing. It's just its own. It's just its own thing.
Yeah, because basically that has them crossing over with Wild Thornberry.
And honestly, the third movie is better than the first movie by a landslide.
I have not seen Go Out. I have not seen Go Out.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. You haven't seen it.
I've seen the other two movies though. I've seen the first one, and I've also seen In Paris. I think In Paris is the best movie.
Oh, but I agree. The movie literally ends with a kaiju battle.
Yeah.
And all across Paris.
Between a group of babies and two.
And John Lithgow. John Lithgow.
Yeah. Who's basically all too giddy to basically
and it's just
to kick baby ass. Like
yeah, he's enjoying this way too much, almost kind of concerning to a degree.
The character. We're not talking about John Lithgow himself.
I know we're not talking about John Lithgow.
I just wanted to let Chad know. It's like we're talking about his character.
Yeah, because that is very concerning.
Yeah. Considering his boss, I would not be.
I wouldn't. Coco is a hilarious villain.
She is, but it's like
hilarious in how incredibly rotten she is.
Oh, big time! Like a lot of her actions make Angelica look soft.
Yeah, seriously.
Like
yeah, seriously.
Locking up the babies. Like, why do you need to lock up babies?
Like what? Why do you want to lock up babies? Like during a wedding?
Like, what possible reason do you feel? What possible threat do you have from these babies?
Are you fucking? Are you insane? Yeah. Actually, she is. Actually, she is kind of insane.
Yeah, Like when you not even the monkeys were that bad.
Because they were just monkeys.
Yeah.
They were just creepy, monkeys, and it's
shit. But it's like they were just animals.
Yeah, they're just animals being animals.
You're a bitch.
A hilarious bitch, but a bitch nonetheless.
Yeah.
Especially Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
Open wide, say ah. It's so fucking good. Sorry.
It's like then you also remember we also had Bruce Willis as Spike in Go Wild.
He must really have a big paycheck for that.
I honestly I wonder if it's the same situation as Patrick Stewart in voicing
King Goobot?
No, in Oblivion.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
I wonder if he actually was like, oh hey, cool, I'll do this. Just a reminder, Patrick Stewart read up a crap load of of Elder
Oblivion
Scrolls for voicing in Oblivion. And basically then just gets a character that only has like what, 5 lines.
Yeah, that's a bit of a ripoff.
Yeah, it is. Like,
putting in that much work into like something that you actually kind of want to do and only get like 5 lines.
Yeah.
That's showbiz. That's showbiz, I guess.
But at least he does have Well, at least he does have American Dad to fall back on.
And I guess
Looks like more jumping.
I guess reruns of Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah. The reason why more went American Dad is because Bullock. Like I like to think that I honestly I would not be surprised if I were to learn Patrick Stewart's favorite role is Bullock in American Dad because he gets to be wacky. I would not be surprised if that's his favorite.
Yeah, it seems like he was really enjoying it being in that show.
Yeah, it's also probably because he's good friends with Seth.
He's good friends with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the voice actors in Family Guy and American Dad will say, "Yeah, he's a good guy." I wouldn't.
I believe it.
Yeah, like Seth himself seems like a really decent guy to hang around with.
It's just that he got stuck with a pretty mediocre show in the long run.
Yeah.
And people despise Family Guy.
I don't despise Family Guy. It could be better.
Well, I don't despise it either. You can't beat the original seasons.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember when. Like I completely disagree with the notion of Simpsons is only good until season 9. Personally, I think that Simpsons still keeps a lot of its goodness until season 13, 14. I need to look through the Family Guy episode list and decide that for that show.
I think it was around the time when when Family Guy got canceled for the first time and got rebooted into Adult Swim. Not rebooted, but like reintroduced into Adult Swim.
There were some good episodes for that. Like hell, reminder, the first joke they made is basically Peter listing off a bunch of Fox shows that got canceled.
We are crabby, we are mean.
Like Malcolm in the Middle.
These guys sure enjoy it.
And band music.
Well, keep playing.
What the fuck is Greg the Bunny?
Get mad at you.
I don't know.
It's Timmy Turner. We better give him a hand.
I guess it's about a bunny called Greg.
I'm gonna look it up. So I want to say it's a puppet rabbit.
Mm.
Alright. A hand puppet. Yeah, it's basically a puppet show.
Jump that pad.
Thanks for lagging sweets, Tuck. Why are these bugs like the only thing that basically does not have its texture fucked? Everything else has their textures fucked. But the bugs don't.
Are you talking about the
bug enemies?
Yeah, are you talking about those?
Yeah.
No, their textures are still fucked.
Really?
Yeah.
What do the bugs look like then?
They're usually like the ones with like the protective shell around them are usually green.
Yeah, those are green though.
Yeah, but like more green and like reddish purple.
Okay.
In their eyes.
Oh, no. I didn't realize the climbing thing. Boy, I'm so glad there's very little textures that pop up for these, because this would be fucking almost impossible.
Just try and crawl away from the, just crawl away from invisible crabs.
Yeah, it's like, that's gonna be really a giant pain in the ass to basically do. It's like, I can't see them.
It's the way out.
Invisible crabs.
Crab people.
Crab
people.
Looks like crab. Walk like people. I miss them. God, I love
South Park. I miss early South Park.
I still think South Park is better than Family Guy.
Yeah, early South Park. Once they started doing continuity episodes, I think South Park lost its charm. Well, I'm not talking about the multi-parter episodes, like basically
like the like
where who was Cartman's dad.
Oh. Are you talking like entire seasons dedicated to one storyline?
The newer stuff.
Like the election episodes.
Yeah.
I still think that is like the best like continuity season or long run storylined season out there. Is the 2016 election one.
Yeah. Because it gives us Randy as president.
Which is hilarious.
Randy, it was Garrison.
It was Garrison.
No, Mr. Garrison. He becomes the man again.
Yeah, he becomes the man again. It's just Garrison. This is my stag face.
So apparently apparently we have a new South Park game soon.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is it taking place during Imagination Land?
We don't know what it's going to be about. They just said, hey, we're going to be working on a new South Park game.
I would love if it would take place during like the Imagination Land saga.
Honestly, I'm hoping that we're going to get something more akin to Stick of Truth than Fractured Butthole.
Where it's more turn-based than tactics.
And the story's not really just, hey, remember this thing from the show? And it's more, oh hey, here's just wacky references sometimes.
Instead of going all nostalgic.
Yeah. Because that's one of the things that basically turned me away from
Fractured Butthole?
Yeah. Because a lot of the references were just really dumb in my eyes. Like, I think in my personal opinion, my favorite summon is Jimbo Net.
Done and done, Timmy.
Really? I would have said like okay, not Creek and Twig, because that's Craig and Tweak, sorry. Because that's more like an ultimate attack and not a summon.
Yeah.
You're right, SpongeBob.
I would say like I would say Moses is my ultimate.
Moses is very useful. Moses is very, very useful.
And very overpowered.
It is. The reason why I like Jimbo Net is basically because it's a reference. It's a reference like what the summons for the first game were.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, yeah, that game references a lot of things from the show.
And it does that, but it's not in. But basically, the difference between the stuff for that and for Fractured Butthole is, at least in my opinion, is Fractured Butthole is, remember this random thing that we did? Well, it's part of the story, like the raisins thing. I think the whole raisin thing is just upsetting. That is just.
You mean the member berries?
No, raisin.
Oh,
little kid hook, little.
So it's basically
little kid
so it's
Hooters.
Yeah, that's
like,
a bit unsettling.
Yeah, and it's like, why do we need to bring that back?
I guess Matt and Trey thought it was funny.
Yeah,
because you gotta no, Matt and Trey think a lot of things are funny.
True.
But some things are way more unfunny than others.
Yeah. All right. So. Okay, so these are going straight in order. So. Yeah. So basically, Shipwreck Cliff had the spatula, and Calamity Cove had the wheel. First one drop stage.
Wheel.
Shut up. So another stage has another one of Danny's tikis. Or Patrick's tikis, I don't know. Oh no, Danny's. I've also just noticed Danny's tikis are basically the main four.
So like SpongeBob, Danny, Jimmy, and Timmy.
Yeah, because the fourth one is Jimmy, is the shape of Jimmy's head.
Because first game.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm torn. I kind of want to go back and get the stuff, but I also basically don't really want to, just in case the game glitches out, like the texture stuff. So I'm still worried that that the texture stuff is going to cause way more issues. Well, let's go look for that little crab then.
Little crab.
There you are.
My village is in danger.
You can barely see the kid.
Yeah.
Chosen ones, please help us.
What's wrong, little crab?
A monster is attacking our village. The wise old crab said only you
Can this not run at all on Dolphin?
Yeah. Show us the way.
I don't think so. That's why I have the PS2 version.
That's why you run it on a PCSX2.
Yep. Oh, we have a boss fight. Okay.
Yee. Perfect stage to end on.
No, I think we might be going for a little bit more. Oh, okay. So we're just swapping between SpongeBob and Danny for this. We don't have anyone else.
Odd.
Especially considering we just met up with Timmy. Like, you would think that we would have utilized him.
Yeah.
I will admit, I do find it boring that basically everyone has no real difference.
Yeah, everyone's attacks are the same, everyone's movement's the same.
Yeah. At least the first one basically gave the four guys powers.
Yeah.
Like, SpongeBob can absorb water and so you can spit it up like Mario can in Mario and Luigi. Danny goes ghost. Jimmy has a football helmet. I don't know why. Timmy has a Mr. Freeze outfit. Again, I don't know why.
I'll give it this. It's unique.
It is, but it's really weird. I mean, it's like Timmy's second power you get is cleft.
So he's cleft.
Yeah. The only thing that cleft does is just allows Timmy to basically move heavy objects.
That's a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, especially if you go ghost as Danny, he has a little bit of a flutter.
flutter, like Yoshi flutter?
If you jump and hold the button, Danny basically kick his feet and go a little bit further.
It's a huge sand monster.
Just like Yoshi.
A big wooden shell. Oh no!
Actually, in Yoshi's case, it's more like higher.
Yeah, Danny does not go higher. He basically just.
So like Yoshi, not Yoshi. So like Luigi's flutter.
Yeah.
Use the catapults. Maybe we can destroy it.
Also, don't jump models thing. We're not using weird textures.
Oh, there it was.
I'm either hitting this thing in the face or
Oh, you're hitting the army. You can hit both.
Stunlock the boss.
Yeah, that's all you do. Just keep pushing him into the waterfall, and you'll eventually die. Yeah, this is piss easy.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Oh god, we lost. Well, eye for an eye. I lose the cannon, you lose the shell, sir.
Usually I don't really agree with eye for an eye, but that's a bit of irony right there. Hey, it's better. It's a better joke than the fate that the Sand Monster had.
You have saved us. We will make you honorary members of our clan for all eternity.
Guys, look! That jewel is the battery from the communicator.
You're where? On an island in another dimension fighting a monster that's going to
Oh hey, Jimmy's here.
No, he's not. Also, that's the same fucking model Jimmy from fucking.
Your monster is using a rip in
space
to steal energy.
Yeah, that's the same Jimmy model from the first game.
Ew! That's disgusting.
If he's getting so powerful, how can we stop him?
That's disgusting.
Device that I just invented, the neutron rip zipper. Got him. It will recover the energy this monster has been stealing and close
Yeah, in the words of Lord Farquaad from Shrek. Ugh, it's disgusting. Oh, that's not very nice. He's just a donkey.
Any questions?
God, I'm sad that
but Patrick raised their hand, and Patrick's not even paying attention.
Yeah, he's just scratching his ass. I mean, that's very on brand for Patrick, though.
Yeah, it is. And now we're back to basically bad models.
Well, not bad models, just bad texture models.
To find.
The next level.
One of the heroes remains to be found.
The next
deep
world.
Sea squirrel. The legends say you will find her among the jeweled trees.
The deep sea squirrel. Yeah, Sandy. They're not being at all subtle with the characters here.
Yeah.
Like, even as a kid, when I say deep sea squirrel, yeah, that's Sandy. Even as a kid, I knew it was Sandy, because they literally flat out said, deep sea squirrel.
I mean,
do
like
better.
Three-headed boy makes you would think a little bit, but then, oh right, Timmy.
Oh yeah, that Cosmo Wanda, that's Timmy. And you'd say like a night girl kinda is like, ooh, who's that?
Oh,
and then
Timmy.
No, it's Sam.
No.
Oh yeah.
And he uses Cosmo as a fucking hammer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's better than his weapon in the first game, which caused him wonder just a packet of a shooter. What's the shooting gun? Okay, so shots is just Wanda basically just shooting stars. Okay.
Hey, that's kinda.
It's creative.
It's creative, but it's still the same attacks. Although with Cosmo as a hammer, it feels very fucking powerful compared to all the others. To all the others.
Yeah, it's like, why is Cosmo the hammer?
What the fuck happened to Cosmo's hammer? It's just a wireframe now.
Okay, what? Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I want to kill this.
This crystal.
Okay, I wouldn't know how the hell I got up that. Like
luck.
Do we sometimes have a Devil May Cry style wall jump?
Volcano is making the shrub monsters. We crushed the volcano.
No. No.
Whatever. Just bust them.
Do not.
You say that, but honestly, I think you might agree. I would not mind. I kind of wish that we had a DMC style game for Danny Phantom.
I would play the shit out of that.
Yeah, I don't understand why only the GBA got games for that series.
I don't get it either. Normally, I would love to play the hell out of that. It's just Butch is a piece of shit. I don't want anything to do with him.
Hey, okay. At least he's better than John. At least he's better than John K.
Yeah, but still.
I'll at least play games based off Butch's stuff.
But not John K.
Timmy, why is one of your items a fucking picture of Trixie?
What is that?
I mean, why isn't there a picture of Trixie?
Come on.
Also, this is the only game. So this is the only game that actually makes a reference to Trixie Kang. Any of the Fairly Odd Parents games do not.
I mean, hey, at least in this game they did a little bit, at least a little bit of effort into referencing the shows they're based on.
True.
That thing's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
But it's cool, but creepy.
It is.
And inaccurate. We all know that he's been taken to school by his lovely babysitter Vicky.
Not a whole lot, though. I can't really think of one episode that basically combines Vicky and school. And it's the one where
Timmy is an old man.
No. Oh wait. Oh right. That one too. The one I was thinking of was the one where basically. Okay, game. The one I was thinking was the one where Timmy wishes for Vicky's diary, and after she basically drugs him and he reveals his secret to her. Well, reveals most of his secrets to her. Except for
Okay.
It's the one where Vicky in her diary calls Wanda fat.
Let's get jumping.
And when at first Wanda is completely against the idea of reading her diary, but then Timmy reads that particular passage, and then Wanda's like, all right, I'll kill her. I'll fucking kill her.
Okay. How does Vicky know about the godparents existing?
Whenever reminder, they do hear as different things sometimes. Like in the reference for the diary entry, she saw them in their squirrel forms.
Oh, okay.
She literally writes in her diary, the green one was really cute, but the pink one wasn't bad.
Oh, wait. Was she just, like, writing about the squirrels?
Yeah.
She saw?
Yeah, yeah.
And not
which were Cosmo and Wanda.
And not actually Cosmo and Wanda.
No.
Okay.
She's just writing about their squirrel farms.
Okay, that makes... Okay, that's a huge relief, because then that would break even more continuity. As if the show even needed to break any more continuity.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Basically, Timmy. I liked using the clef power up in the original one because Timmy's pose was literally just. It was literally just a smug grin with his arms on his side. It's like, what the fuck, you guys?
I mean that's Timmy as Cleft.
True, but it just looks so. It looks so hokey.
It looks goofy, I know.
And I mean, hell, his main attack is just literally bitch slapping. He uses that metallic hand from his cleft, and he bitch slaps.
That's funny as shit.
It is. It is. I think my favorite area for the first game was Bikini Bottom, because it had way more references.
Those air currents look strong enough to carry us.
It has way more references than what Fairy World had.
Yeah. Yeah, and what Amity Park had too. Like it even it had the lab.
At least the lab.
No, I don't mean Plankton's lab. I mean the lab. The dog. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
When we first saw first episode of Plankton. Behold, welcome, SpongeBob, to my lab. We just have a video of a dog barking. Also, I will admit, I like the fact that when Timmy gets knocked over, Cosmo and Wanda go flying.
Nice.
They go flying. They go flying further than a Smash character than that 108B.
That's great. Everything from A to Y. God, Plankton is so fun. I love Plankton.
I think Plankton is the better of all the Nicktoon villains. Because Crocker has basically all of the bad stuff that happens to him.
Plankton, I think, is the most funny.
Yeah, Plankton is the most fun.
Because he's smart, but he's like...
He makes stupid mistakes.
Is like incredibly idiotic mistakes.
Whoa, this place is really old.
And he thinks he's like the smartest like speck of
that
shit in the sea.
Really should have been written better.
I went to college. What, that?
No, not that one. Wow, this place is really old. Not as old as Cosmo. Hey! That really should have been a joke against Wanda.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to do that for Wanda than for Cosmo.
Because Cosmo doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
If he's old or not.
Yeah.
Watch out! It's a monster made of crystals!
Danny, we already fought one of those. Like, we already fought one of those.
This kind of reminds me of the temple levels from the first Crash game.
Yeah, it kind of, a little bit.
With the pushing blocks and the death water.
No, the water just damages us.
And it doesn't just straight up kill you.
Yeah. I haven't not died in the game.
Don't jinx it.
I say that in basically the platforming shooting way too fucking fast. Fuck off.
It's like slow and then fast. Slow and fast.
Yeah, they come out slow, but they go in fast. Also, Timmy's invisible, so god damn it.
At least, again, drop shadow. And you're dead.
No, I didn't die. I just don't like
I know. Okay, not dead, just more damaged.
Also, things make me think of Paper
Rock
Mario.
monsters, look out!
Is it because those the leaves are literally paper thin?
No, they look like sprites from Paper Mario Thousand Door.
It's funny.
They do.
I believe you.
I still need to do both Thousand Door and Super.
Super is depressing.
Super is depressing, but honestly, I would not call it a bad game.
It's not a bad game at all. It's just fucking depressing.
It straight is.
It's even more depressing than Partners in Time.
I don't remember any depressing thing in Partners in
It's
Time.
like some kind of puzzle.
I love puzzles.
Well, Partners in Time had like those trees that suck up energy from
right,
toads.
yeah.
Which is dark for a Mario game. I
Okay,
love that, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh, it's not hard. Oh, yeah, this isn't hard at all. Don't worry, you'll get this.
Oh, okay, cool. I did. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. That wasn't that hard. I still don't like those type of puzzles, though.
Yeah. I don't even like that that one mission in Battle for Bikini Bottom where you just like rotate the fucking pylons in the Murmalair.
The one where basically you're trying to get the ball mission, or
No. The
one.
one...
No, now I remember. Yeah, no, now I remember. The one where where basically you have to throw stuff as Patrick into holes and causes to. Oh, I am not looking to do that. And also, there's Danny's bonus level. They'll probably do that after the stage.
It's probably in the ghost zone. Probably.
I don't know. There we go.
Who's that one, who's that one ghost chick from Danny Phantom? Amber, thank you.
My personal pick for my favorite villain.
And definitely, like, the more sad villain songs, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But she does have a few of the more funner episodes, though.
Yeah. She as a villain is is amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, Ray DeLeese does a really good job as villains. I personally think her weakest role is Vicky.
Really? I would say that her weakest role is Tootie.
I think it's basically because, like, what we were talking about earlier, basically literally a lot of the writing for Fairly Odd Parents is straight mean-spirited.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm totally fine with her as Tootie.
Because Tootie is a very stark contrast to Timmy.
To her sister, yeah.
Much to Timmy's despair.
I mean, well, you say despair, but it's like, reminder, she is the girl he marries. Because remember, at the end of Channel Chasers, basically Timmy has two kids, one resembling him and one resembling Tootie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like Gray can do a scary evil. Vicky is not really scary evil. She's more of a
bitch. Just a. But she plays it really well.
She does do a good job, but honestly, if I want to see bitch Gray, either Azula.
If I wanted to see like villain Tara, I would say like Mac's brother.
What?
Did you not? You've seen Foster's, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that she was Mac's brother in that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, where he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, they barely used him though.
You know, they only use him in like the first episode.
Yeah, the promo video, and like I think they use him in at least like one other episode.
Yeah.
Not counting the series finale.
Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of Foster's, to be honest.
It's an alright show.
It gets really annoying. Honestly, Blue is like the worst character I've ever seen, to be honest.
Reminder that basically Blue's voice actor is also Reaper in Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I always love saying that whenever anyone brings up Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, same, honestly.
It's just the what the fuck.
It's like, yeah, it's a stark contrast. Like a frickin' edgy ass like Blizzard character, and a frickin' blue
blob.
A blue blob that's also a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That smells like karate.
Hi, Sandy.
Monster avalanche!
Sandy cheeks.
Another one of people's first awakening for furries.
Next to everyone from time.
Crystal from Star Fox Adventure, and Who's the Bat.
And literally everyone from Tiny Toons.
I hear that joke more for Blue and Crystal, not for Tiny Toons. Unless if you more be Wolf or Space Jam.
Well, kinda, but also Bats from Tiny Toons.
I haven't, listen, I've not really heard that said about Bats.
Or Fifi.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that about any of them. Oh,
yeah.
They're the creators.
It was more like it more so happened in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Than nowadays.
Yeah. Honestly, I will admit, as Linus is gonna make me sound, I am glad that the Tiny Toons reboot is canned.
Because otherwise, it would just be a terrible reboot.
And that has Buster and Babs as siblings.
Guys, I think there's
Which just doesn't make any sense because they're classmates.
Yeah. It's basically because someone took that no relation joke too literally.
Which, that seems a bit disgusting.
Actually,
we have a model of Sandy without her fucking scuba gear. It's like, really?
I mean, why not?
It's just weird. I mean, it's like the SpongeBob games do, but they also use that in the
dome.
Yeah, when in the two times you're in the dome.
But not
really weird that we're basically not.
And it's also weird in that one episode where Plankton takes control of Sandy's skin or pelt.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It is. Also, this was the first stage I got everything in. Alright, so I need 49 more thin clams for SpongeBob, 12 more gears for Danny, 115 more feathers for Patrick, 138 pineapples for Timmy, 40 more tikis for Sam, and 69 feathers for Sandy.
Nice.
Well, let's check out the first of the 2 bonus levels that we have.
Let's check out one of many bounds rounds.
God, remind me that I am crash game. Oh, you were right. We are in the ghost zone.
Oh my god, I was kidding. And he even dresses like a ghost too. He's green as shit. What?
I got stuck in that thing. Oh, fuck off.
What? Oh. Sorry, I had to delay.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, that's a...
That's literally what these are. That's kind of...
Yeah, just platforming challenges?
Yeah. With a time.
Yeah,
although
that's a
it's
bit...
more of a basically keeping your time thing.
Still bare bones as shit.
Yeah, it is. Oh, we are. Oh, we do have a time limit. Oh. Bye. Okay, game. I clearly made that.
Because this is a licensed game on a budget, and we need to cram as many shit as we could possibly get.
Good.
Hey there.
Hey.
So Toybot's glitched the fuck out. So now we're playing Volcano Island.
What do you think of this one?
Not bad, but you can look at the character models.
Yeah, character models didn't improve, did they?
No.
It took till the 3rd game.
No, I mean seriously, look at the character models.
Hang on, I'm booting Twitch up.
Yeah.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, they've been like this the entire fucking game.
And it's the emulator.
Yeah, it's the emulator.
This doesn't look anywhere near as bad as it does on the console. On original hardware, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically just got all of the playable characters and now we're just doing bonus levels because finding 4 tikis for each character gives you a bonus level. And the last level gave us both Danny and Patrick.
Yep.
I thought it was Patrick and Sandy.
Danny and Patrick. We unlocked Sandy.
I got the
Sandy. That's why you thought Sandy.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. What? Oh my god.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
I have no idea how the hell I survived that, but I'll take it.
How did you survive that?
I don't remember this game being this, like, bad. Like, just... I used to love this game as a kid because I love Nicktoons.
How many of these are there?
There's 3.
Okay.
What? 3 what?
Of these of the time stages.
This is the last. I think this is the last one.
Yeah. Anyway,
this game is way better. This is probably like one of the better of the Nicktoons games.
I will admit I'm honestly having a bit more fun with this one than I did with the first game.
Nicktoons Nights and Toybots.
Especially considering the first boss was fun, but it's like it wasn't flat good though. It wasn't flat good.
Yeah.
Because that would basically had you basically kicking Vlad's ass as Jack. You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
What do you remember? Would have been funny if it was Maddie, because...
Not really. I will admit I would have been disappointed if it was Maddie. Because, like, honestly, Jack deserves to kick Vlad's ass.
Well, keep in mind, Maddie's the one that just likes Vlad, and Jack's like the one that's they're buddies. Like, he doesn't even know that half the time Vlad is trying to kill him.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's like it's still. I still would rather have be Jack than Maddie.
True. I will say this. One of my favorite moments from like the Danny Phantom series, it's when so apparently Vlad has a holographic assistant that's Maddie.
Yeah.
And she's like, like the lab was blowing up or something. I can't remember what the episode was. It was like, I never loved you. Like, I'm leaving you for like the holographic version of Jack. No, like this was a good show. Like I wish they would have more.
Fuck off. I hate that. I hate when it's like you have to be basically frame perfect because
otherwise it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
I got stuck in the fucking platform.
Oh, that's bullshit. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's time up.
And that's time.
I probably won't do any of the others if they're all going to be like this. Are they all like this?
I don't remember. See, I never actually got the bonus levels as a kid.
Yes.
Fuck. So they all are just basically annoying time. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are
not. They're not worth getting.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. It's like no, I'm not.
They're just the same thing, but with different Nicktoon skins.
Yeah, Nicktoon characters. Granted, like the themes for like the levels are like nice. Like you have like the ghost zone for Danny.
But that's not saying. much since.
Oh, I know.
Oh, hold on a sec. I'm gonna. My mom's calling me for a second.
Who's mine? Please rescue her.
Yeah, this one is not that bad.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Like, the one thing I will admit that pales in compare. Oh God. This scene, I love this. Everyone else is totally fine except Patrick. Anyway, what's Sandy stuff?
This place is spooky.
Aw, don't worry, Patrick. We'll protect you.
I am gonna get the stuff for the costumes though, because I'm curious as to what other costumes there are.
I can't remember. Okay, you want to know something really interesting about the crab that you're talking to?
What?
Goofy.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Which Goofy?
Like the actual Goofy voice actor.
No. It's like weren't there more than one? Was there more than one? So I thought his original voice actor passed away.
It's Bill Farmer.
Oh, so it's the one. So it's the Squirrel. Okay.
There's more over there. Oh, it's like a trail.
Of cotton candy.
Oh, also, Megan had pointed this out in the beginning of the game. Tack's show voice actor is Max in both Goofy movies.
Yeah. He also voiced Tino from The Weekenders.
Yeah.
And he's also now the new voice of Nermal.
Oh right, I forgot about it. Garfield. Yeah, the one no one the voice actor for Nermal no one likes because it makes him sound more like a prick than
I don't mind Nermal, honestly.
I'm fine with Nermal. I don't like him in the Garfield show.
Yeah.
They make him way too much of a prick.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot you got to play as Sandy for this game.
What is her fucking range attack? What is she throwing?
Those are her gloves, I think.
I'll think that's
yeah.
Okay, so Tucker stuff was launched. Okay. ignoring you because basically I don't know where your fucking spawner is. So fuck off. Yeah, it's like I honestly what I was gonna say before I got distracted by laughing at basically everyone's textures being normal, but Patrick's weren't.
Are those things machines? What are the Florians doing?
Honestly, I think in terms of character moves, I prefer the movesets in the first game. Because everyone just fuck you. Basically, in the first game, everyone had their own different moveset. Here, everyone just basically has button mash and a throwing ability. Or in the case of Patrick, a cartwheel.
Oh, that's right. They added his cartwheel move, which is nice.
Which is okay. It makes sense, but not as a fucking ranged attack.
You think that would be his basic attack?
Yeah.
I'm detecting a useful.
Okay, it's like okay. I had to look at that because I'll be straight honest. I thought that was Carl and Squid.
Yep.
It's Squidward painting. That's not Timmy's Dub Rules book. That's the Fairy Rule book. Good God. Yeah, the texture thing has been going on since the beginning of the game.
Looks like a pressure chamber. Let's bust it.
Yeah, it's the emulator.
Like, oh my God. Okay, I was about to say, see, jump like but no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Also, you.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Basically, you missed the beginning of this stage. Everyone's textures were normal except for Patrick's, unless if he were to turn around in his idle animation, then he'd be normal.
What the fuck?
I don't know, but I got a good laugh out of me for that.
I'm gonna turn the AC on. It's hot as shit in my room.
That guy's drowning. Also, I think Sandy throws Jesus Christ, Patrick.
I think it's her power.
It's either that or her glove.
Yeah.
Fuck off, game.
To the death. Not even water, it's more like ooze.
It's poison. I'm going with it's poison.
It's this whole island is just a poison river. Poison lake.
They're destroying their environment. We have to stop them.
Drink the poison.
Oh great, this crap.
Let's go.
Well, at least it's not straight awful, and they're going in a set pattern. I did fucking Kuna Matata in Lion King.
It's like a holiday, including the part about saving the universe.
Save the cake.
If I ever play that game, which I probably will, considering I do want to do a Disney movie version of this marathon, I'm using save states in in the Switch version.
I was about to say, good luck.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but I'm actually really excited because the Rescue Rangers movie won the award for like best movie like on a streaming service.
Yeah, I saw that when you posted it.
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm kind of hoping that we get a sequel now.
Hopefully one that retcons. Oh hey, did you know that we chose to have Gadget and Monterey Jack wind up together?
Just to really piss people off.
Gadget and Zipper wind up together. I don't know why I said Jack.
Just to really piss people off.
Okay, like, okay, I watched the movie and so like, yeah, I got to that. I'm just like, the hell? Why would you pair Gadget and there? How does that even? And then like they show the kids. I'm like, how does that even? You know what? It's just a Disney movie. I'm just gonna not question Disney logic.
Hey,
I will if it's something stupid.
Well then, my brother asked me like, did you see the movie? Like, yeah, what did you think of it? It's like good up until like they actually had like Zipper and together. How the hell does that make sense? And I'm just like, it's a movie. Just.
So good, and it's Billy.
Yeah, I hope like they actually do a sequel, like, or like, God.
You know, this would have been way more helpful if it was in that last, if it was in the first floor, not this floor.
I don't think that was blatant though.
Yeah, but it's like it would honestly would make sense to do it on that first one.
Like Netflix, where they're blatantly pissing off all their subscribers.
Yeah.
What did Netflix do now?
Raise the price again.
Ay. That's the response to people sharing their passwords and that.
It's like, oh, you want to share accounts? You pay up more money. It's like, if Netflix keeps doing this shit, they're gonna go under.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're all starting to go under the red now.
They've been in the red for like years now.
I
think they're done.
I'm waiting for such time to come, and then that's it. I'm gonna like unsubscribe. It goes. Oh my movie. I'm waiting for the show.
Yeah, but Netflix doing this blatant shit just makes me think that they're just that. No, well, not just that. I think it's just the fact that they want to stop. Like they want to cease operations. Like secretly they want to stop.
So you think they're making bad crap on purpose?
I think so, yeah. Like how else are they just blatantly ignoring what people want Netflix to do?
True. I am still really pissed off that they canceled the Dark Crystal series, and like they got cuties up there.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
Losing anime to Disney.
Shoes all done, ready to go.
Yeah.
God,
I think
I'm not looking forward to
and canceling Tuca and Birdie.
Yeah. Why did that show get? I think the show got canceled because like the woke crowd, or we had Karens complain about it. But I mean, I'm glad that it got picked up by Cartoon Network.
I'm glad it got picked up by Adult Swim too.
Yeah.
Don't you see, Sergeant?
I think like Warner Bros is like in trouble too, because like with the HBO Max stuff, like with them canceling like the animation department.
That's gonna be a real like stain in the animation industry.
Here she is, and it looks
and, like they had some like really good stuff planned. Like they had like the Velma series. I was really interested in that. We had two legitimate Looney Tune movies coming.
And they were and Warner's was like, nope.
Yep.
Well, it's because like Discovery Channel, like they're doing a merger now.
Yeah, HBO and Discovery are.
Yeah. I think once HBO Discovery is like out, we'll finally get like that in Canada because HBO Max we can't get in Canada.
I was wondering why I can't get HBO Max on Roku.
Yeah, I found that just it's stupid because like I want to get HBO Max just for the Cartoon Network content.
But I can't because we live in because God forbid we live in a different country.
Yeah.
God, that's like the worst example of geo-blocking I've ever seen. That's why this stream is sponsored by ExpressVPN.
Well, at least it's like sponsored by ExpressVPN and not Raid Shadow Legends. The amount of videos I watch, this video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
That's just a meme now.
It is.
The chosen ones.
Part of me wants to see if I can read.
You weren't here. You were back in base.
Shelly all along.
She was here.
No, the playable characters for the stage were SpongeBob, Danny, Patrick, and Sandy.
It's over there.
And not Sam.
Yeah, it's like Sam, you're back in the base.
Yeah, why is Sam there?
It's an espresso machine.
Continuity.
That's what I said.
At least it's better continuity than Fairly Odd Parents.
King has built a dam to stop the river flowing through the Florians' village.
Okay.
Now they can only drink the ooze, which makes them slaves to the
Okay,
mongoose.
favorite episode of Odd Parents.
How can we stop him?
If you can distract the king long enough, my commandos can
I would
destroy
say
the
either the
dam.
video game
The
one
river will
or
flow
Channel
again, and the
Chasers.
Florians will be free.
Channel Chasers, that's the good. I cannot believe they got Alec Baldwin for that.
When you are ready,
Right,
I
he
can't-
was older, Timmy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I can't believe that Channel Chasers was going to be the original series finale, but then Nickelodeon was like, nah, keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to fill up our pool with more money. We want a Scrooge McDuck it.
It suffered like the same fate as
Rugrats.
No, not Rugrats.
Hey, Arnold?
Teen Titans.
Oof. Yeah,
Just
Teen
like-
Titans are still going.
Okay, good. Okay, fucking good. Cause did anyone else fucking see that? I went fucking back to the main menu. I went back to the main menu after that cutscene.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
You might have pressed the wrong button.
I didn't. I had my hands up here the entire time that cutscene went on. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, that's right. I think the second season of the Cuphead shows up on Netflix now.
No, it's on in 2 days it will be.
Oh, that's right. Friday, right?
Friday, yeah.
All right, nice.
I can't wait.
Really?
I know.
The Crash Nebula costume for Timmy?
Nice.
That's weird.
No, I can't wait for that either. It's good.
Hopefully, from the trailers, it looks like Miss Chalice is going to be probably like a permanent like member of the gang.
Yeah.
But not for like every single episode, which
is fine.
Which I'm a little sad about because I would really like her in like anything that the two are in, but at the same time, it was a lot more fun if it was just Cuphead and Mugman.
You know what? We'll just,
Yeah, you're almost
done.
When you are
you're almost done
the
again.
last stage is probably just a boss fight, so.
Chosen ones, we are ready to leave. My commando bugs will carry you.
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
I mean, she's a bug.
No, I mean the giant ass one.
Oh.
It's like good. I don't mind the queen. She's human sized, but it's like
she's anthropomorphic.
I can't. Oh my god.
I didn't know we were. I didn't know we were playing Spyro. My mind immediately went to Spyro.
Stop this madness. Release the water
Because
and
there's a
save your
level
people.
in Spyro 1 called Dry Canyon.
Our chosen one.
Yeah.
My master. Who roars from the volcano?
It's a giant cabbage.
I'm one with the ooze.
It's a fucking giant cabbage.
My cabbages!
I end you first.
So, in terms of boss fights, we went from basically a giant sand crab monster to a giant cabbage.
Yeah. And the other characters don't do shit. They just stand there.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will admit I also like from the first game.
Is
the
that
characters actually did shit.
Instead of just standing there like cheerleaders.
Alright, so now what the hell do I do?
So, the Nicktoons are Fred, and the cabbage is, well, the cabbage.
Okay, so I just beat up Tentacles again. Okay.
Nickels.
This is the second time in a Nick game I've had to beat up Tentacles.
It's almost like this was run by someone on there who was very, like, into weird shit. I'm not gonna say who it is.
The first one being... Okay, there he is. Now what do I do?
One more.
Also, boy, the fact that the models are disappearing is really annoying.
Oh man, I love fighting wireframes.
No, they're not wireframes. They're periods. They're gone periods. Guys, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they don't shut the fuck up during the entire fight. They are literally cheerleaders.
Yeah.
They didn't do this in the first boss fight. Why are they doing this in the second?
Is it the final boss?
No, it's not the final. This is the second. This is the second boss.
Yeah, and I have one more stage after this. Because I'm pretty sure the last stage is just the final boss. So yeah, we're just gonna finish off this game to stream then.
This is not a. This would last for like 2 hours.
Yeah. About two and a half.
It's like longer than. It's like shorter than Into the Nexus, which I hear is like 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours.
Which one?
Ratchet Into the Nexus.
Okay.
Which should have been called Into the Nether Regions.
Just like how Crack Time should have been called Clockblockers.
Clockblockers. I really wish that Insomniac would just like consistently do like innuendo titles, which for the most part they do consistently do that. It's just those two. It's just those two rare occasions where they just fall back.
Because Sony bit it out because they're.
Because Sony was afraid.
Big on censorship now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find a game marked, oh, I'm not gonna say the name on stream. I don't want to get in trouble.
Type it out in chat.
Oh, I gotta remember the name of it now. Yeah, I can't remember.
Did we literally just have a don't pay attention to a man behind the curtain thing? Because we fought him and he was a giant ass fucking cabbage. Why is he a cabbage human?
All this evil.
Really a cabbage, more like a leek.
That's it. This is the last doohickey we need to finish the rip zipper.
Cabbage.
And we'll show that Magoo who he's messing with.
I'm gonna just basically believe that Sandy's alternate costume is just her fucking bikini.
If that's the case, that's lazy as shit.
It is, but honestly, it's like.
But it makes sense.
It makes sense. And also, they have the model for Sandy in her bikini in the game, so honestly, I'm not going to knock them for that.
Still lazy. And now they're removing Infinity Train from HBO Max.
Tucker, where are you?
Oh, Warner's is removing Infinity Train and Close Enough from HBO Max.
No.
Are you back
Frick
up
you.
here?
Do you reckon that Warner's decisions are way worse than Netflix's?
Yep.
There you are, Tucker.
Rip Zipper's done, guys.
Well, I had
We're
like
all
this
set.
discussion with my mom, but I'll save it for like
All we
after
have to do now
streaming
is
that
set
because
up
I don't
the
want
Rip
to
Zipper. Jimmy
sound
says we should take it as
political.
close to the rip as we can get it. And by we, I mean you guys.
Also, my throat
and
is
by
killing me.
close, I mean the top of the volcano.
Oh, fabulous.
Gooder, do you want to fucking go? Cause shut the fuck up.
That's
We'll drag
Squidward.
you to the fucking volcano if we have to. If you don't shut up.
It's Squidward. Come on.
True. True. He's
How-
already had enough with volcanoes.
He's had enough
'cause his
shit.
house
He's dealt with a lot of shit. He's dealt with a lot of shit. Okay. He's had enough.
How could you hate Squidward?
How could you hate the devil, who is basically Squidward?
What?
The devil from Cuphead is basically Squidward.
That's right.
Be careful, guys. This place is wall-to-wall food.
He didn't escape. He played the game. He lost. His soul belongs to me. I'll get that
Maybe
cup.
we can knock down those stalactites. And those
Oh, shut up!
on the ceiling too.
Oh.
Oh, shut up.
Really wish
I
the
love-
textures weren't fucked up so I could see the goddamn costumes.
I love it when he appears. It's like the devil. Hello. Just
hello.
Oh, I
Really?
love it.
I'm seeing faint glimpses of it. That's the Benton costume? I would have thought it was just basically would have been Danny in his folks' clothes.
No.
No.
That's kind of disappointing.
Cool if it was just him as in his regular clothing. Yeah, but at the same time.
No, I mean his folks' clothes. The outfit that Jack and Maddie wear.
Oh.
You know, like at the end of the Image episode?
Looks like there are 2 ways we can go.
I gotta be honest, I haven't watched that much Danny Phantom as a kid.
Okay.
Mm.
We also already seen Crash Daniel Timmy, so it's like, cause we know what that looks like.
Huh? I would heavily accept Crash Nebula Timmy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's like, we've already seen it in the game.
It's like it's typical, but it's not the worst.
Honestly, I would much rather have had Clef.
Like in Unite.
Yeah, I would much rather would have had the Clef costume.
Ooh, these crystals are pretty.
Crimson Chimp. Chimp Skylark.
It took me a minute to remember what the hell you were referencing. Not gonna lie.
It was the first hour
Abracadabra.
and a half. It was the first hour and a half special, which is nowhere near as good as Channel Chasers.
Look at the size of this
I mean, honestly, I like it. Yeah, I like it as well.
But Channel Chasers hits a bit more of a better niche.
It hits closer to home.
Yeah.
Channel Chasers?
Abracadastrophe.
Oh.
just hope that Magu is not going to be a bad boss.
He's gonna be a bad boss.
Don't choose me.
You don't know that. Actually, you might. Now that I think about it, you said that you played this, right?
Yeah.
So I take back my statement of you don't know that.
Damn straight. I will fight you, okay? I will beat you with a bloody shoe if I have to.
There's a vent under that rock. Then let's bust that.
Oh shit, Tucker. There's 2 bombs here, and there's a rock. No shit that there will be something underneath the goddamn rock.
There's another boulder ahead.
Thanks, Tucker.
Break through.
Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks.
No, Tucker's not actually not.
Not in.
That looks like my
I was referencing George Carlin.
are a lot older than you.
Okay.
And Tommy, and Todd, and Tucker. Hi Todd, I'm Tucker. Hi Tucker, hi Todd, I'm Tucker. Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks. That's like my favorite sketch from not sketch routine from George Carlin.
I like his things you can't see on TV. Or like
shit, piss, fuck, tits, motherfucker. Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Shit, piss, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat.
It's a classic bit. Sue me.
I'm not suing you. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, where are the bombs? Oh.
Shit, piss, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna laugh depending on how Magu looks with the fucked up sprites.
God. I hope we get to see that.
I do too.
I don't think we might, but
yeah, considering the only time that the sprites worked. At least it was the first boss.
And the second boss.
The sprites... SpongeBob was nearly invisible for half the fucking boss fight.
Okay, well, the boss itself wasn't, like, glitched, but the tentacles leading up to the boss is.
And the characters.
And the characters. But, yeah.
Look out! More of the
But other than that, I don't really have much hope for that.
True.
Okay. Well, I gotta take off, guys. I gotta get ready for tomorrow.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. If you need to contact me, you can message me on Discord.
Yeah, no
I won't be on that much.
Okay.
Same goes for you and me, even though we just met.
Do you mind if I send you a friend request?
Go for it.
Sweet. Yeah, I know. You told me a little bit about it. So, like, you seem cool.
Floor is cracked.
Capital K.
Nope, not doing that again. I'm not fucking...
What?
We have 2 of us now.
Slamming the thing. No, slamming the thing.
Oh. I thought you were talking about, like, 2 punsters.
No. I don't mind punsters. I mean, I watched Chugga Conway.
Of course you...
Hey,
yeah,
he was a cool guy. I would
he is.
Mind
Oh, he is. Dude, I would kill to meet him in person. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
I would. I'm just saying, I would really love to meet him in person one day.
Yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers I would love.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, pretty much everyone from TRG I would meet. I would love to meet in person.
Yeah.
Nintendo Capri Sun, I'd love to meet. I love that guy.
Also from TRG.
Yeah. Proton John, yeah.
Also TRG.
The friend who I'm staying with for a week next, starting tomorrow, he is a huge Proton John fanatic. Like,
well, lucky for him, he's streaming right now.
Yeah. He's actually watching Proton John right now.
Oh, really? Like, take it it's his thing.
No. Xenoblade.
Oh, Xenoblade, that's right.
Oh,
okay.
right, yeah. That was a thing
from Coliseum.
Yeah, that basically they reach a certain amount of money. He would do a stream of Xenoblade with Emil.
Well, the first stream was with Emil. I don't know about all the other ones.
Oh, okay. I know that Tom is doing his Xenoblade once, Future Connected series.
Yeah, and he's also doing a full playthrough of 3.
Yeah. Which I'm not watching.
Yeah, me neither. I still need to just play 1.
I need to wrap up one because I'm in basically endgame quests, which basically make you get to fucking 99 if you want to do all of them.
Do you have the original Wii version, or do you have the Switch Definitive Edition?
I have
okay, well, I take it you could just play any of those 2 and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Especially Definitive.
Yeah. I also do need to, when I'm done with that and Future Connected, I'll be starting to.
Look, I hear 2 is not as good.
I know, but it's like we need 2 for free because Nia is in 2.
And 3, I hear is hear 3 is like a big return to form from the first one.
Yeah, I hear that, but it's like I still want to play 2.
Still need to full on play them because I haven't seen any. I've made sure I didn't spoil myself on anything Xenoblade related.
Same here. I know a few things, but I don't. But basically, they're not that big.
Just so one day, when I do get a chance to play Xenoblade, it would be all 3 games on Switch.
Yep.
Even though the first game was on Wii first.
But Switch version was way better.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I can't believe Xenoblade 2 was released like 7 years after the first game in 2010.
Well, I mean, like you wouldn't have thought that
it would ever
do so good.
And it would actually even Nintendo didn't want to release it outside of Japan.
Which is why it's the only game I'm totally fine with first voice acting, even though I don't like first voice acting. Because Monolith did not know that Nintendo was going to release it in America. Because I think they probably would have gotten a better,
I don't think the Magu built this. It's more like those ruins we found in the forest.
If they had known.
I think the British voice actors add some charm to Xenoblade.
Some of them do, and then we get Fiora, who talks with the Cockney accent, and
then Ricky.
I'm totally fine with Ricky talking Cockney because honestly, I can kind of imagine Napons talking like that. I could not take Fiora. I don't. It's like
you're almost
I
there,
don't
guys.
like when
Just
basically different characters have Cockney accents.
Like Bert.
What do you mean?
Have you seen or heard of Mary Poppins?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind live action acting with Cockney accent.
Just like animated.
Animation and that stuff.
Because it sounds hokey.
Character that's getting.
Oh, okay.
Like it's kind of like it's one the main reasons why I do Japanese audio in Dragon Quest. I'm Dragon Quest 11.
Because the Japanese VAs are much better than the English ones.
Yeah, and like I said, Veronica has Cockney accent.
And you hate Cockney accents in main characters.
I think it's real. It's a really obnoxious thing.
Valid.
And I'm free
falling. God damn it, Leonard Cohen.
I wish
this is it, guys. We fly up this chimney and we've made it.
I wish the power those
You're in
weren't
trouble
Danny. You know, it's like I already have Danny's costume.
I just wish the battery blaster wasn't exclusive to Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, Tuck. All clear to the top. You guys can come on up. You got all of the monsters, right? Well, most of them, I guess.
Chosen ones, behold your doom. I choose you for destruction.
Did he do that? I thought we were already.
That chin.
Like, god damn, that was so boring. That is so boring for a monster. I mean, the fucking, sand crab looks way more threatening than Magu.
Jenny, if you guys can lure that monster into the rift, we could seal it up at the same time.
I'd say they're both, like, equally boring.
Look at all that flying rubble. If we get it jumping, we can ride it all the way up.
More jumping, SpongeBob, more jumping!
Okay, we split into 3 teams. Sandy, Sam, Timmy, and Patrick, you go that way and wait for the Magu to get close. Tucker, you stay here at the switch. Squidward, SpongeBob, you're with me.
Me?
Yes, you, Squidward. I have a plan.
Well, that's a
Okay, so I take we're going to be the group of 4. Oh, okay, we're Danny and SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Okay, I want. Why no Squidward though? Why no Squidward?
Squidward's not playable.
I know, that's stupid. Why have Squidward be part of the two that are doing the boss fight if you're not going to make him playable?
You'll find out.
I take it
and it's very
clarinet is going to be the hero.
I wish. No. It's a lot boring than that.
So we don't get to throw Squidward into a volcano. The second one. Just the dick.
No! Who the frick are you, King Julian?
Reminder, there was an episode where basically the Bikini Bottomites were going to sacrifice him to a volcano. It was going to destroy the town.
God.
And then it turns out it needed to be his house.
So his house was the only thing needed for a sacrifice.
Because of his
Hey, you wiener! You don't look so scary from up here.
Because
you look
of
like a toy monster.
His pipes being backed up, his house gets launched into the volcano.
But apparently calling him a wiener is okay.
Why are we having power-ups in the stage? I mean, I'm glad it's glad it's the Tikis, but it's like, why do we have these? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, the knockback's a bitch.
That's why I hate platformers with knockback.
With blatant knockbacks, like Castlevania.
Well, 2D platformers I'm fine with, but 3D no.
Like Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Battle for Bikini Bottom's knockback isn't that bad. It's only when you're on slippery surface.
And it's also in Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, where it becomes a problem.
Right, that too. Damn it!
It looked like you were wall jumping for a sec.
It did. Also, I did like that comment from Danny. Calling him a wiener is totally fine.
Wiener?
Well, that's what Timmy called him after he threw a thing at him.
Hey, you wiener. You big wiener.
Where you going, you big trip?
Duh. Okay, when you said drip, my mind immediately went to that one note in Dragon Ball. The image of Goku with the drip.
I want to know where the heck that came. That drip nonsense came from.
The internet.
No, I mean, what was the cause that weird jacket?
The internet. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea actually.
Boy, I sure do enjoy basically very small platforming gap between the platform you have to jump up to and you're jumping from. Christ, that is so annoying. You know, come back to the topic of basically me saying talking about there are only 2 SpongeBob games. Look, there are only 2 SpongeBob games that actually allow you to play as Squidward.
Planet Square Pantis is one of them.
Oh right, I forgot about that one.
So that makes it 3.
Yeah. There's the handheld version of Lights, Camera, Pants, because unlike the console version, that's a platformer.
Console version is just a party game.
Yeah, it's literally Mario Party.
Like a good set of mini games, though.
Yeah.
From what I hear, it's not a bad selection of mini games.
Yeah, and the handheld in GBA version is done by WayForward.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's nice. That's pretty. I wonder what WayForward are up to these days.
Possibly planning out the next Shantae game.
Or possibly doing like another expansion to Shovel Knight. Wait, no, that's not.
Yeah, that's Yacht Club.
Yeah, that's Yacht Club.
Yeah, that's not Yacht Club. I don't think they're planning for that. Maybe a sequel or another spin-off.
Because Yacht Club is like Shovel Knight is Yacht Club's cash cow.
Yeah.
But that's not really saying much since
I don't mind being cash cow. Oh goody! Platforms are goody. Platforms are starting to disappear now.
Oh my god, SpongeBob looks pale.
Both Danny and SpongeBob are now just literally just
like
pale, just stone statues.
Like, no, SpongeBob looked like he got the suds.
And Danny doesn't?
Well, Danny's a human, not a sponge. It's more like the suds is just a common cold for sponges.
How much longer do I have to do this? Christ!
Hey, there's Zim's house.
Wait, where?
In the background. You can go back.
Son of a bitch, it is. I did not know sections. We're busy ignoring the enemies.
Yeah, that's weird. Why is Zim's house there and we don't even play as Zim or Gur?
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, Invader Zim is still like a very like niche thing in the 2000s.
Yeah.
But Nickelodeon were too afraid. I guess Nickelodeon were just too afraid to have it keep going, since it was more geared towards older children.
Yeah.
But for a show geared towards older children, it's really solid.
Yeah, it is. It has a lot of really well, dark written humor.
By Yonan Vasquez.
What?
The creator of Invader Zim, Yonan Vasquez.
Oh yeah.
Which I believe Invader Zim originated from like a mini comic series that he did.
I believe so. Goody, sideways. So I can't use jumping up the wall. Fuck off, game. Seriously, how much?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Danny's face on the corner there.
Yeah, that's the one thing I do like about these games. They have the characters' icon and portraits change depending on how hurt they are. That's
depending
really
on how much damage they take.
Yeah, that is a really good.
That's a good touch.
Yeah, like he.
But Danny looks like he's seen.
Oh look, I died.
Remember when you said you haven't died once?
Hey, okay, I died. Yeah, I died on the final stage.
Still died. That really doesn't excuse the fact that you still died in this game.
Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't die sooner.
I mean, this game's very easy.
It is, but it is. It's boring. It's boring easy. Like this is starting to get a little tedious. Like, can I be done with all this platforming stuff now?
You're almost done.
Good.
And you're done. Wait, no, never mind.
So I take it there's like 3 things to this.
Don't really remember. I think there's only 2 of those.
Okay, good.
Of these, and the final one is just like you actually get to hurt him.
Oh, cool. Which stick team will get the super form to be able to beat him up? My pick, Patrick. Or maybe we summon Jimmy and he's like Exodia. Jimmy Neutron, obliterate!
Brain blast. Yeah, Jimmy's brain in Jet Fusion looks like a pile of shit.
Yeah.
It's like Nitro Rat said, it looks like he's smoking crack or something. Come on, Jimmy, you don't want that kind of brain blast.
I mean, if you're dealing with Cindy Vortex, maybe.
Or if you're dealing with Jimmy from the first Jimmy Neutron game, who's just hideous.
Hey, he's hideous, but he knows the power of the Neutron Beast.
I guess, but like
he has the stanky leg.
The stank leg.
Seriously, play that game and just look at that kicking animation.
I mean, I've seen the kicking animation. I don't need to play it to see a kicking animation.
It is pure genius. I love
how stupid and like broken it is.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you use it on King Gunot.
It was just piss easy.
He is. I seriously love that we just have to kick him in the face.
Why did? There would have been so many cooler ideas for a Jimmy Neutron adaptation of the movie. Like if you're fighting Poltra, if you're fighting Poltra, you could like ride around in the
Oh,
in one
okay,
of
those
the
are insta kill. Gee, thanks. I hate that.
Wait, what?
Those are fucking insta kill. I hate that.
That's inconsistent as shit.
Yeah, it's like if I'm falling like the lava, that should be insta kill.
But no, if you just get like smushed by like one thing, you're dead immediately.
I mean, that's common in platformers, but yeah, it's like...
I will say, I'm glad that this game doesn't, like, let you die if you fall off a pit or fall into the water.
Yeah, considering how states like this are pure just straight pits.
And it would be very annoying just to see revive, 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 and the screen going black every single time.
Yeah, like yeah.
So far, I'd give this game a 5 out of 10. It's average.
Yeah, I probably would have more fun if the bonus stages weren't straight.
Maybe like, I would say like maybe like a 4 or a 5, like mediocre to average.
Yeah, 4.5 to yeah, 4.
5.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's the best one out of the 3 Nicktoon games because I'm beating this one. Oh, fuck off.
This is clearly the best one.
Yeah, considering I'm beating this one.
Oh, what the shit is this?
Brain's enemy.
Oh, bye, SpongeBob.
God, why do you have to have another ranged enemy?
What the fuck? You got pushed so far.
Fucking enemy. That one was me. That one was me.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck off. I was barely clear of that.
Oh, no. Oh, god.
There, damn. Okay, so this one goes slowly.
Yeah, you got pushed.
Well, at least I'm into another checkpoint. So if I die again.
Oh, guess what? You're done.
We gotta lure the Marco into the rip! Squidward! You gotta catapult us up as high as you can!
As long as I don't have to go with you, no problem!
Okay, how did he launch himself? Can't he fly?
No. Well, you see, he walked backwards and then launched himself with it like a slingshot. Yeah, I told you that's a very boring way for Squidward.
Yeah, that kind of is. Oh, he has a little bit of texture issues. He has a little bit of texture issues.
Oh, thank fuck. Thank God for that.
It's very, very little though.
But still, more texture issues than the sand thing.
Yeah. I'm disappointed that basically this is kind of a rehash of the first boss. I'm disappointed in that.
I mean, how appropriate for a very boring boss.
True.
Or a very boring looking boss.
True.
It's just like a stone golem with a big chin.
Sure. I mean, I mean, the giant cabbage was more of an entertaining boss than you are, dude. The giant cabbage.
Because even he was the one who was spreading the poison all across the island.
Yeah.
And he had way more personality than the Magu ever would. Why couldn't the cabbage be the main villain?
Oh,
I mean,
god,
fair.
some of the textures, some of the platform loading out. Some platforms loading out.
I mean, fair enough. The boss itself, when you fight the cabbage, is just boring.
But at least it was entertaining to look at.
At least it was entertaining to listen and watch.
Because it was a fucking cabbage.
Yo.
I mean, at least they did try something new with this final boss, though, for in terms of identity. Because basically, both United and Toybots have Calamitous as the final boss.
This is a very unique boss.
And there he is.
And the fourth one also has a unique boss at the end. I think.
Bye.
Okay, guys, I'm activating the portal now. Time to go home.
You see a
And that's the game.
one? You saved us all, exactly as foretold in legend.
And you lost it.
Wow! It's like you knew what was gonna happen all along. Can you tell me what I'm thinking right now?
No.
Farewell, chosen ones, and thank you. You are truly heroes.
Aw, weren't nothing.
Goodbye, Shelly. I'm glad we could help.
I can't believe they thought we were their chosen ones.
Yeah, what are the odds of that?
And then we have
we have Mount Nicktoon.
Yeah, of all the characters. Alright, let's say game, play levels of boss fights, yeah. Yeah, which we're not gonna do. This is the end of the stream. Yeah, this was not a bad game. Honestly, I will admit I think it's the best of the Nicktoon games because it's the only one I beat. But I'm probably not, because of all the texture issues, I'm probably not gonna finish the game. That's just really just why did that have to happen? Yeah. So that is actually another game straight done from the list.
Aside from the previous two that didn't finish.
Yeah, that I raid set the first one, and the second one basically just glitched out. So it's like, no, I'm not trying that one again. Yeah, so on Monday, I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. If I do, cool. If not, yeah. On Monday, we will be starting with the 2 Rocket Power games I have on the list. Starting off with Beach Bandits for the Game Boy Advance. I have actually beaten this one. I didn't grow up with this one. I actually grew up with the console version of Beach Bandits, which is what we're doing second, but I honestly find Beach Bandits a really good game. Beach Bandits is a game that I cannot win. So honestly, looking at the list, we might be in the middle we might either finish off both Rocket Powers and do Rocco, or we might be starting with a little bit of Rugrats. I don't know. I know we're not wrapping up Rugrats. I know we're not wrapping up Rugrats by the end of this month.
Because there's like 8 Rugrats games. I think.
9. I have 9 on the list.
Oh, there's 9 of them?
9, but I also have 10 games, period. Because I have Go Wild. I'm doing both the PlayStation and the Game Boy Color version of In Paris.
Yeah.
There's the movie game. The first
yeah.
one. There's Studio Tour. Castle Capers and Royal Ransom. Scavenger Hunt, which apparently is a Mario Party clone, but we're going to just do one board. We're just going to do one board.
Yeah.
Of that. Search for Reptar and
Yeah.
Time Traveler.
That's a lot more games than I thought.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot that the first game was handheld only.
Yeah. Yeah. Paris was the only one that got a console.
That got multi-platform.
And that's just basically a minigame collection with a story.
But if you play like the PC game, the PC version of In Paris, it is way different.
Yeah, but I can't because older PC games are now really annoying to play on modern console. I mean, if you look at Ant Dude's reviews, he straight out says that he's not doing Operation Krabby Patty Employee of the Month because of how annoying it is to get those older games to run on modern console. It's even a kind of a miracle that he got the original PC version of Battle for Bikini Bottom on going, so he could cover that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I managed to run like the PC version of like Pac-Man Worlds 1, Pac-Man Worlds 2 and 3. 3 especially is like incredibly hard to run on modern games without the disc.
Yeah, but that's also basically just the same, but you can also just get those games version. You can also just get those on console because those are the same games. Aren't they?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Speaking of, I can't wait for Repacked. I cannot wait for Repacked. I'm really glad that that's getting a remake.
Oh, me too. I'm gonna play that. I want to play that so badly.
I do wish that 2 and 3 were also in it, but I'll be fine with basically this.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine with the first one too.
I mean, at least they're doing like newer cutscenes, so it looks a bit more like love was put into it more than the Medieval remaster, which I do enjoy. I did enjoy the Medieval remaster, but that really needed the second game in it. I like the fact that you got the original game, but I kind of feel they could have done basically both the first game, the second game, and the original versions of both of those on a PS4 disc. Yeah, so we need to think of a raid hashtag, and we're going to be raiding Lael, playing Animal Crossing.
I got a hashtag.
What is it?
My cabbages.
Okay, considering how. Okay, no.
Considering that we fought a cabbage boss.
I also want to basically put in the texture issues too. I also want to mention that because that was also a big part of the stream.
But not as much as the cabbage.
True, but I still want to mention that. Nah, we'll just do it. Yeah, we'll just do hashtag my cabbages. Alright, gonna go Raider with that. And yeah. That's gonna be it for the stream. Like I said, Monday or tomorrow. I don't know. I might just be sticking with playing Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. Who knows? We'll be starting with the Rocket Power games. Which honestly, I played all 3 of them, like I said. I think that Console Beach Bandits is the best. But they're not bad games. They are not bad games.
The show, on the other hand, is a bit meh.
I liked Rocket Power. I liked Rocket Power growing up. It was a really good show. I don't consider it one of the best, but it's still really cool. Granted, in my honest opinion, the best Nicktoon is Hey Arnold. Anyway, yeah, so gonna send that. And see you guys next time. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you see you if I don't stream tomorrow. I'd like to thank D-Pad and you, Mega Boy, for joining me for this basically texturing mishap.
And I'd like to thank you for inviting us to CoCon.
Hey, I don't really need to invite people
I
to
know.
join me for CoCon. You guys are.
I know.
As soon as I unmute myself after giving my greetings, you guys are very clear to just jump in no matter what.
Dude, I know.
I know.
I'm just being nice, dude.
I know. I'm just saying. Anyway, see you later, guys.